Good morning, everyone. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Should have did that before I got on. Good morning, everyone. I'm Bondar JR, also known as the Silver Wolf, also simply known most days as Ron. And we're here to stream some EVE Online. So, someone asked about, Jackson asked about RimWorld. I think we're going to do RimWorld tomorrow. So, Jerry Can, good to see ya. Seth is in there. Jackson's in there. The dude Vince is in there. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. I am just activating things here. I had the MCTs that I got from the special deal that Jackson suggested. And I just activated those. And I'm also going to put the brain freeze on. So. Consume. All right. But yeah, appreciate you guys.
You're
Jackson,
awesome.
thanks for the subscription, buddy. 16 months in a row. You're right up there with Jerry Can. You're right up there with Jerry Can. Only 23 hours? Oh, he doesn't have biology. Oh, no. Wrong one. Well, isn't that just awesome? No, biology's not there. Where the hell's biology? Well, we'll search. What's up, Spongy John? Good to see you, buddy. Biology. Yep, he doesn't have it. Oh, man. That sucks. Well, that's totally uncool. Cooling has it for 37. Actually, can I remote inject it? I should be able to, right? Buy and inject. 48. Yeah. Yeah, that was an X-Leg smooth move. Even my other guy that I just did, he had it. All right, now we'll get those done. All right, no problems. Autonomous, good to see you. Spongy John, let me get you guys some shout outs. Sorry, I'm distracted. Appreciate you guys. If you guys aren't following Spongy John, please give him a follow. I really need to set up these automatic shout outs. Problem is you guys all come in at the same time, so then it would really screw me up. So if you guys aren't following Spongy, please give him a follow. I'll get autonomous here in 2 minutes when the timer runs out. Connecting. Going back to this handsome devil Falstaff. I did not this weekend come up with a name for my new character. Honestly, I didn't think about it at all, so that was kind of unprofessional. But that's kind of that's my deal. That's what I do. Oh, it's a new month. I didn't even think about that. It's a new month. Crap. That means I got to log back into those guys. Oh, well. Oh, well. Let's see what we got. Deliver the Raven. Excellent. Gravimetric sensors. Good. RAM robotics. Scalar still got some time. Titanium still got some time. Research in the So what else am I missing? Oh, the scalar and the titanium. Those are the two. So yeah. So the titanium still got 3 days. All right. So we got to build something else. I was building those RAM chips for something. For the life of me, I don't remember for what. Every woman in the world to you, Jackson. I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from you. 9 seconds, of course. 9 seconds. Really? 9 seconds? Autonomous. Takes me longer than that to spell his name. So if you guys aren't following Autonomous, please give him a follow. Oh, what do we want to build? What do we want to build? Covert Ops is one thing I was looking at, but I'm pretty sure those are... I need components for those. Nope, I can. There you go. Bingo. Bingo. Hopefully I just didn't use the ones I was using for the Golem, to be perfectly honest, but that would be my XLEX Smooth Move of the Week. There's the Golem. The gravimetric sensors must have been put somewhere else. But where's the they must have been put somewhere else too. All right. And of course we're not there, so we can't move them. Okay. Well. So yeah, we'll have to figure that out. But so we'll have to fly back to Venelin sometime. Yeah, these are done. These are done. But I didn't put them in there. So I know I didn't use them because obviously they're not in the right spot. So, but I'm bumped. Bond is a slacker. Yeah, follow Autonomous. Autonomous is awesome. Awesome music. Awesome guy. He's got puzzles on his stream, which I had no idea. He's a pretty awesome streamer. So definitely give him a stream. Astralo. And Spongy John is part of the Popo. So you got to follow him. It's kind of the law. So yeah. He's out there making the universe safe for everyone, especially the wormholes. So definitely check him out as well. Let's see if we got any Omber sites. I need something to sell. 4 jumps to Torvi. That could actually be an Empire belt, to be honest. But yeah, that's too far. 4 jumps. Alright, so we got his done. Bingo. Alright, let's switch over to Kragan. Let's get his done. Alright. He's running out of points. Yeah. I need to figure out how to get some more of these EM. Because I'm running out. Actually, I guess if you do more of them, then you can, but... Each one of these guys has a phase plasma that I can build. That gives me those. So that'll complete his. Alright, so he's good. Morning, Kimon. Good to see ya. I'm almost out of coffee. Actually, made pancakes for the wife this weekend. They weren't the best. I mean, they weren't pancake house pancakes, but they were all right. Unfortunately, I think she ate 1 whole pancake out of the, 15 that I made. So I am finishing them off for my breakfast. Actually, there's only 1 left, so finishing it off. Apologize. I'm eating in front of you guys, but Jackson was bugging me this morning on Discord, so didn't have as much time as I normally need to get ready. So He's always bugging me. Alright, so let's log off Kragan and bring on his alt. So
connecting.
Yeah, it is your fault, Jackson. It's always your fault. That's the rule. So somehow he trained something that gave him a new ship. Navy cruiser. And cruiser. Oh, so I guess he trained cruisers, which I didn't know that, but okay. Alright. Alright. He's still got points. Good. And then we'll build. No jobs found. That's right. I remember he doesn't have anything. Actually, I think I gave him one. I could have swore I did. I guess not. Maybe I haven't transferred it to him yet. Well, isn't that just awesome? Alright, well, we'll have to fly him around. No worries. No worries. We'll do a mission. Complete the mission. That'll take a little longer. Of course, low sec. Decline. There we go. And it's actually even more points. Makes 0 sense. The other one was low sec, which from a risk perspective should have been more points. But what do I know? No, I'm good though, buddy. Thank you. I'm trying to get the golem built so that I have something to do the level 4 missions with so that I don't always get killed. Though I don't know. I think most of you tune in to see if I'm actually going to get killed or not. So yeah, there is that. And now if there's no risk, I don't know, I might lose a lot of viewers, which is not cool. Same reason you guys watch all those PvPers. There's like a 50-50 chance. With me, the chance is like 75. But yeah, I'm probably run some more Sisters of Eve distribution. Then I got to run back to Venelin because the components are not in the right slots. But I'll wait till the other ones are done because more than likely they're going to be in the wrong slots too. So these are the first time I'm building these components. So more than likely they're not set up for the right slots. But we'll complete this guy's dailies, and then we'll head back over to Falstaff and figure out something to do. Eve is really acting up.
Docking permission requested.
Eve is really acting up. My internet seems to be fine. The stream is good. Eve is acting up. Anybody else having problems in Eve? Anybody need any LP for their dailies? I got some to give away. Thanks, Autonomous. Appreciate you, buddy. Put an X in the in-game chat if you want some free LP to complete your dailies. I can get up to 6, I think. Just about to log my alt in. I'll let you know if Eve is wonky. Okay, thanks, Spongy John. Appreciate it. Last call. Last call. Oh, there's Street Corner Becky. Excellent. Form Fleet with. There we go. Excellent. Anybody else? I gotcha. That's what always happens, is I hit complete, and then somebody puts an X. But you caught me before. Excellent. You got any alts you want to jump in there? There's Millie. I got her. I got her. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else? These aren't super. These are Center for Advanced Studies LP, so they're not super in demand ones, but it'll still get you your daily. So last call. Big internet issues with the bomb cyclone in the Atlantic. I didn't know that. Maybe that's what's causing it. I'm not having any internet though problems. Like I said, mine's satellite Starlink, so that probably negates that. No wires. All right, I'm gonna hit complete. Here we go. All right, let me know, Vince, if you got it. Anyways, it's still rock and roll to me. Talking about the new. Actually, now that I think about it, there's no daily for that one. So that's probably why nobody else X'd up, because there's no daily for those. Sorry. That's all right. You got free LP.
Warp drive active.
There's no daily for LP today. Sorry. X like smooth move of the week. X like smooth move of the week. I was doing the jump one, and I just did his mission so that I would get the jump one. But yeah. That's why you guys are here, because I'm professional. Nothing but top shelf entertainment. Nothing but entertaining from a stupidity perspective. Yeah. I didn't pay attention. I had noticed it earlier and didn't think about it, but yeah, this guy, I made a blueprint for him. I just haven't got it to him yet. I don't know why. But I need to get him over there, so I bet you he doesn't have biology either, now that I think about it. Nope, he does. Excellent. So only that one weirdo didn't have biology. What the hell? Currently running a 610. There you go. Alright, I'm going to dock this guy up and then we'll log him out.
Active.
We'll switch back over to Falstaff, get his guys taken care of. New month, so make sure you do your LP, your dailies. Blue Gray, good to see you, buddy.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Good to see you, buddy. Kemfin, good to see you. Sorry I didn't say hi earlier. Can't remember if I did or not, but good to see you, Kemfin. Thanks for being here as well. All right. We can collect these. Not that collecting them matters, but collecting them always helps. All right, let's log Craig back in. So here's where I have the extra alt that I'm going to make to put in Legos Corp. Though I have been told there's actually moon mining in HiSec. So I may send the guy up there. The requirements aren't too heavy. So, alright. So there he is. All right, let's switch back over to Falstaff. It's the only love I need. Actually, any blueprints I have would be in a container, so I gotta wait till I go to Venlin before I can send them back to him. Of course, my chat windows are screwed up again. God bless America. All right, let's log him off. Let's get his alts done. But yeah, happy Monday, Blue Gray. It's still Sunday, I think, for everybody else, but
Connecting.
still Sunday for everybody else. But today, Monday, is my brother's birthday, so he doesn't watch the stream.
Completed.
Shout out to my brother Andrew. Happy birthday. Younger brother. Alright. I was already logged into these guys, but I forgot all about doing the dailies because I didn't realize it was a new month. Or I guess I didn't completely realize it was a new month. Only got 4 runs left on this one. Yeah, we're going to have to get him a new one too. Alright, he's done. Bingo. Easiest daily there is. And I got him set up. Unfortunately, with his biology, he's not getting... Okay, go away. He only got 23 hours with that booster. Man, that sucks. Oh, well. Oh, well. He was the only one that didn't have the biology. I don't know why.
Connecting.
This guy even has biology, for crying out loud. Because he did the exact same booster and he got the 191 hours. So, yeah. Yeah, it's weird because this guy did the same booster and he got 191 hours. So it's more than doubled. Yeah, so 23 hours versus 191. That's a big difference. So it depends if you have the biology implant. Yeah, I don't think I do. Scourge rocket. Yeah, the Scourge rocket's a good one. And that's a nice big one. That only takes these 2 small minerals. That's like awesome. I need to see if I can get another one of those because those are even better. All right, he's done. I don't think you guys can see it because it's covered up, but yeah, his shows as soon as the you have allocated points goes away. Go away. Oh, for crying out loud. Yeah, his says 191. Same exact boost. He obviously has biology 5. Yep. So yeah, for some reason Rage, who was like my second character, didn't have biology 5. So yeah, I don't think he's got a biology implant. I don't think. Oh, because he does have implants. I bet you. Yeah. I betcha Rage doesn't have any implants. Let's check. We can fix that. I got implants all over the place.
Connecting.
Knowing my luck, I probably got him killed and never put implants back in. So yeah, so you guys are probably right. Eve seems to be operating normal. Cool. Thanks, Bungie John, for checking. Yeah, I bet she doesn't have any. I bet she doesn't have any implants. No, he does. Really weird. I'd have to compare them because these are betas, so that's probably why. That's all right. He does have some implants. All right. Let's get back to Falstaff. Let's get back to the main guy. Effect link to boosters, yeah.
Connecting.
Yeah, it looks like he's got mostly betas, so that's probably why. So 30 minutes until the Ad break. Every single time I log in, screws up my chat windows. Very frustrating. You know what? I'm going to close this one. Because maybe it's one of those where I have too many. Because my other guys don't seem to get screwed up. Yeah, so he's still got 51 on this standard. Actually, this says standard. I wonder if there's a standard. I bet you his was standard, the other one was basic. So that's probably the other thing. They're still giving the same number of points, but I bet you it was a lower one. I do have a higher level one. So in the next 2 days, I need to get back to Venelin so I can use the higher level one. So Zymor, good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right, what are we going to do? Let's go. Yeah, see, I got 5 basic brain freeze. Wow. Probably should use those up. There's an extended brain freeze. And then I think I have a really high level one in Venelin, which is what I was planning on using. I need to check these guys and see if they have these ones. Use up some of these. All right. So let's go and do some Sisters of Eve missions. Oh, you know what? Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. What's on the agenda today? That's what we're trying to figure out. I just got all my dailies done. So it's a new month, so new dailies. New dailies. That's the one thing I try to religiously do, is to make sure to get all the skill points on all my characters. And I'm going to create a new character one day this week. That I think I'm going to start out with high-sec moon mining and then probably move into null-sec moon mining. I'm going to join Goons with Lego. But yeah, pretty excited about that. I don't know why, but mostly because of the moon mining. Moon mining is where I spend the majority of my money, is on the moon materials. So yeah. Yeah, he's with Goons. He's with Syndicate something. I didn't know he was with Goons, but he told me that the other day. So, and somebody asked which corp. I was like, I don't know. It's a nullsec corp. And yeah, he said he was with Goons, but. Alliance member. Fraternity, okay. Yeah, I think Lego is actually a recruiter for his. Lego's a recruiter for his, so. Somebody sent me a contract. Bom, Jackson. A Gnosis. Alright. We're going to give away a Gnosis today. Excellent. Fully fitted Gnosis. Thanks, Jackson. Compliments of Jackson Sinclair. We'll do that here in a little bit. Lily Bits, good to see ya. Thanks, Jackson. We'll give that one away here later. We'll wait for Zerbatin to show up. He'll probably do a word ban, and we'll get some cash in there, too. Keep looking for my coffee. I'm going to have to go grab another call. Yeah. Uh, Wife's headed to Manila tomorrow. And she's supposed to pick me up some puto from our niece.
Warp drive active.
I am suffering through breakfast, so yeah, that was a pancake I made on Saturday. So when I hear puto, I don't think of food. There you go. It's like a rice cake. Not like rice cakes in America that are really hard. It's actually very fluffy, like an angel food cake. It's circular and it has a little dollop of cheese on top, of all things. Cake with cheese.
Warp drive
But they are
active.
delicious. One of my nieces makes them. So yeah. And it's made from rice flour. A lot of rice flour here, a lot of rice things here. Ironically, there is no rice milk, which I drank rice milk in America. And here I am in the capital of rice production and no rice milk. Seems rice milk is an American thing. So yeah. So no, it's really nice. Next time I get some, I'll show them on stream so you can see them. It's what I usually have for breakfast since my niece makes them. But unfortunately, she's just outside. She's in one of the suburbs of Manila, so we only get them when I get back to Manila. Which the last trips we made, we forgot all about them and didn't order any. So got to order them ahead of time, because we always order them in bulk and put them in the freezer. So she's got to have time to make them. But yeah, she does that as a business. So.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
But yeah, they're nice. I enjoy them. I really enjoy them. So yeah, without those, I'm kind of suffering through breakfast. So, but I made pancakes for the wife on Saturday, of which she ate one. I think Abigail probably ate one. So. And I think I ate the other 14. So, but that's all right. 552. I mean, come on, guys. This is level 4. 552. Because you know why? Because it's doll babies. That's why. I recently had Bulldog brand Tekudaki, which is a Korean style chewy savory rice cake. Okay. Yeah, these aren't really chewy. These are like I see them more like an angel food cake. Oh, there's another prorator here. Actually, it's not. It's a sigil. It just looks like a prorator. He fooled me. But yeah, I'd have to try those. Maybe I'll look those up, Vince. Thanks for that. Ironically, Abigail, you guys know Abigail's sick. So she took her last dose of the antibiotic yesterday. We can't, they gave us a whole list of medicines to give her all at once. And we can't get her to take them down. And when she does, she throws them all back up, which is not good. So we just been giving her the antibiotic, and she took the last dose of the antibiotic yesterday. Thank God, because she hates it. She hates it. I really gotta fight her. So, oh, they are spicy. That's probably why I've never tried them. I'm not a big spicy guy. I bought it thinking it was ramen. Yeah, I like ramen. I do like ramen. My wife's a big ramen fan too. So we actually have several, and I know they probably are Korean. We have several ramen places, not here in San Juan, but here in the Philippines, that we've gone to when we were in Manila, that are really good. Where you kind of make it yourself, you choose the ingredients, and then you put it on a little. They've got a little machine that boils it, and it was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. They said they're pretty common in Korea and Vietnam, so. I remember every time we were in the Korean airport, my wife would always get soups. They're big on soups. My wife's a big soup fan. I'm not a huge soup fan, so these are instant, but it's good. There you go.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, anytime I deliver the doll babies, they never give me any points. Which is funny. If I do level 4s for any other corp, I'm getting over 1,000 per mission. Sisters of Eve, not so much.
Permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Very rarely get over it, so. 19th tier Overseer. Wow. That's nice. Bum, bum, bum. Just had a great drop. I saw it. I saw it. Yeah, that 19th tier Overseer. That's worth it all by itself, let alone the other two. The other two are awesome. 19th tier.
Warp drive active.
I don't know that I've even seen a 19th tier. 51 million. Actually, not that much. There you go. The Pythium A-type. 1 billion. Ha ha ha. 1 billion. And actually both of them are billion. Good God. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Warp drive.
Comes from a 610. There you go. Yeah, it looks like the multi-spectrum and the other one are both 1 billion. Explosive and the multi-spectrum are both over 1 billion. According to the estimated cost that Eve gives you. Which is not always the other one. Yeah, just really 1 million? Oh, maybe I'm... Ah, you're right. I misread it. I misread it. I misread it. You're right. Reading is fundamental. Reading is fundamental.
Warp drive active.
Reading is fundamental. But yeah, nice drop. Nice drop. Jackson, I was going to ask you if you had any golem fittings. I need a good golem fitting since the golem is almost built. Should have the golem built sometime this week. So I run Garista's rally points to get those escalations and run them in a Tengu. I got a Tengu as well. I always hate to use it because it's so expensive, but that's going to be the same with the golem. So twice get those last few days, but I'll go 10 sites without that. Yeah, that's kind of the way it works.
Docking permission requested.
Law of
Docking
averages.
request accepted.
Eve random number generator. Thanks, Jackson. Thanks, Jackson. Torpedo launcher. Yeah, I'm working on that one. Ooh, I know what I need to check. So those, no, I must have already got them. Yeah, there were some skill points I had that were about to expire on Kragen's account. Yeah, let me save this one. The torpedo one I do have in there. Same place. Baby dolls again? No, janitors. See? I delivered baby dolls to the exact same station and I got 500. I delivered janitors, I get over 1,000. Don't give me baby dolls anymore. Just give me janitors. Crying out loud. Yeah, we dropped every time. It wouldn't be a billion, I guess. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Supply and demand. Supply and demand. Must be a pretty nice module. See, when they're worth that much, I'm afraid to sell them. And I'm afraid somebody's going to rob me. I'd rather use it. If it's worth that much, it's got to be good, right? Got to be good. Got to be good. Thanks, Jackson, for the fit. Appreciate it. I got to skill up to the torpedoes, but need a cheaper fit, let me know. Nah, cheap, you get what you pay for, so I'm not too worried about that, but mostly I got to skill into it, so. The only thing I'm missing is that torpedo launcher. Nope, and the torpedoes. Yep, so the torpedoes, which I have already in my skill queue. Thought I did. Torpedoes 5. Yeah. All right. Yeah, torpedoes 5.
Active.
The A-type multi-spectrum, best one before officers. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm figuring if it cost $1 billion, it must be pretty damn good. I never did check out that ISK per hour site that that other guy suggested the other day. I really need to check that one out. Eve ISK per hour.
Drive active.
I could definitely do with making money faster. Though, what's that saying? Do what you love and the money will follow. That's worked for me so far. If I try to go with the money, I'm probably gonna hate Eve. So, or hate what I'm doing. Back in the day, it was close to 2 billion when Plex was one item and game time was 500 million a month. Yep, that module drop was nearly 4 months of game time. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Can't beat that. Can't beat that. But yeah, they all tend to go down over time.
Warp drive active.
All tend to go down over time. So I was listening to one of the streams this weekend and I heard myself singing again without the music. Oh God. I can't believe you guys put up with that. I really can't. CCP fixed that quick. Yeah, imagine that. Anything that cuts into their profit margin. Anything that cuts into their profit margin, heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. It's better than Booga. I don't know. I heard Booga singing the other day. He actually didn't sound too bad. He didn't sound too bad.
Warp drive active.
I just can't get past the hat. He's talking about how hot it is in Australia, and I'm like, and you got that Siberian hat on? My goodness. The Bond Sweet melodies don't change it. Yeah, when you hear it without the music helps a lot. You hear it without the music and the video on demand or what I post up to YouTube, it's really bad. Really bad. Like, woof. Like, I can't believe these guys hang around after hearing that.
Warp drive active.
To each his own. Beauty's in the eyes of the beholder. I do need to check out that Eve ISK per hour. Eve ISK per hour. Windows program allows players of EVE Online to determine ways to maximize their ISK per hour through manufacturing, mining. Manufacturing, mining, invention, and reverse engineering. Cool beans. So it doesn't actually tell you how to make the most is per hour. It just in regards to manufacturing and but it's actually a program. I'll have to, so it looks like it's a download. Chasing is makes people quit the game. Yep, that's what I was just saying. Chase fun per hour. That's what it is. I do what I enjoy, and the money I manage. I'm not rich, but I make ends meet, and I give away a lot. So that's always worth it. Watch the wire for you. So hollow reels are worth 900. Oop, I didn't want to hit that. Hollow reels are worth 900. Doll babies are worth 500. Janitors are worth 1,000.
Warp drive active.
It's weird. It said somebody just followed me, but it didn't pop up on the stream. And all of that depends on what you want to do in the game anyway. Yep, that's exactly it. I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I get bored with games very, very quickly. And Eve has been one that has been able to accomplish that because there's so much to do in Eve. And if you get bored with one thing, you switch to something else. Works out great. Nothing wrong with trying to be somewhat efficient, though. Yep. Yeah, no, you definitely need to be efficient. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping the program will do is help make me a little more efficient. And actually, so I sell a lot of things I build at cost, and I'm always estimating the cost in my head, and I'm sure it's not correct. So I'm probably losing money there, but I figure I'm giving it away to my viewers, so who cares? But yeah, it'll probably help make that a little more cost effective. So at least I'm breaking even. If I sell it at cost, I should at least cover the cost, which I don't think I very rarely do. Like I think somebody asked me about building the golem, so which I am inventing the golem now. And so yeah, we'll see. I got to figure out what the cost is. I'm sure it's less than whatever they're selling for on the market. So I'm not even sure what they're selling for now. That was one of the other things I was thinking about was maybe selling the one I got. Oh, come on. You can't click on stuff while you're there. Yeah, 1 billion. Just under 1.1 is what it shows now. Which honestly, I think I spent near that to build it. So now I did have to buy several blueprints, and which they really weren't that expensive, and then research them up and blah 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 blah. But once that's all done, that's all water under the bridge. That's cost of doing business. So.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Cost of doing business. I watched a new Donald Duck short last night. Disney recently made and hand-drawn, and they used archival voice for Don's voice. Was only 2 minutes long, but was hilarious. Really? If you have the link, throw it out there. I'd love to see it. Donald is trying to read a book and his lamp isn't working. He ends up destroying his house trying to fix it. There you go. That's classic Donald Duck. Classic Donald Duck.
Warp drive active.
Not this new crap they've been doing. All the rest. Thanks again for the fit, Jackson. Says I got 18 days until I can do the torpedoes, so I just watched it online. It's on Disney Plus, I think. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have Disney Plus. I thought maybe you saw it somewhere else.
Warp drive active.
Were you, was it, yeah, was it you and I, Vince, that were talking about the new Starfleet Academy? Because it's been getting horrible reviews. Horrible reviews. Which I'm pretty much, anything Star Trek, I'm pretty much all in, but I have not watched it. It's actually on Paramount, and my subscription to Paramount at the moment is on sabbatical. So I usually wait for their year deal, and then I do those. I got one for Peacock, and we watch a lot of shows on there, but yeah. It's getting hate reviewed. I actually like the show. Okay. Yeah, they have been. I just didn't care for the third episode. Okay. After Strange New World, that sucks. Yeah, it's been getting horrible reviews. I haven't watched any of it, but it was one of the reasons I was going to renew my Paramount. Plus Tulsa King and several other things. But yeah, I was kind of anxious to, and then they got such horrible reviews. I was like, eh.
Warp drive active.
Strange New World season 1 and 2 were good. They got too gimmicky in season 3. I haven't seen season 3, so Tulsa King I've really enjoyed. I enjoy Sylvester. I really do. I really enjoy Sylvester. He especially considering he's in his 80s. I mean, him and Patrick Stewart. Oh, super old.
Docking request accepted.
Still acting. That's amazing. That's awesome. I got to give him credit because I'm not sure in my 80s I'll be doing a damn thing, to be perfectly honest. Hell, I don't do a damn thing now in my 50s, so let's be honest. So, yeah. Alright. Crates of quaff gets me almost 900. So it's based on what you're hauling, not where you're hauling it to. So season 3 isn't bad. It's just too many concept episodes. Yeah, they do that a lot. They do that a lot. Sly rules. Yeah, I do like Sly. Yeah, he is great in that show. And just seeing him navigate, he's been in jail for 25 years, and seeing him navigate. So pot's legal? But you need protection. Yeah, that was just awesome. They sent him to Oklahoma to die, and he ends up making a ton of money. Academy wasn't really meant for everyone. It's 20-year-olds being 20. Yeah, there's some cussing and kids learning and growing. Yeah, and that makes sense. That makes sense. What was that? Upper Decks? Is it Upper Decks or Below Decks or something? There was one they did, the cartoon, and that was kind of the same way. But it was all right. I enjoyed it. All right, 1 minute until the ads. When the ads run, I am going to go get some coffee. So, Lower Decks, that's it. Lower Decks. Yeah, I enjoyed it. But then, like I said, I pretty much enjoy anything Star Trek. I don't really see what everybody else complains about sometimes, but most times I kind of just gloss over anything like that. So it's still Star Trek. So
Warp drive active.
lots of Easter eggs. Only all the fans pick up on. Yeah, I did see that. I did see that. That was pretty good. And I like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. Oh, yeah, okay. Excuse me. I think I'm gonna need a nap today. All right, ads are getting ready to start in a minute.
Docking request accepted.
I'm gonna turn this mission in, and then I'm gonna start flying back and set it on autopilot. And go get a cup of coffee. A worn out relation. I I forgot to check where we started, but what else was new? And you make me cry. Believe it's time for me to fly. All right, I'm going to go get a cup of coffee.
Warp drive active.
As soon as I find autopilot. All right, I'll be right back. There was a lot about Discovery that I didn't care for. Yeah, I'd same, but I still watched it all. So I'll be right back. Oh.
Autopilot jumping. Warping to Stargate. Warp drive active. Approaching Stargate. Autopilot jumping. Warping to station. Warp drive active. Approaching station. Docking permission requested. Docking permission requested.
Oh, look at that. Ads are still going.
Docking request accepted. Docking permission requested. Autopilot disabled.
Perfect timing.
Point reached.
Miners are only worth 600. That sucks. It really should factor in number of jumps, location, whether it's high or low seg. And that really wouldn't be that hard, to be honest. when we as human beings do our distribution missions, we say, hey, I want you to move this property from here to there. All that factors in. Of course, the property, is the major part, but taking it from null to high sec costs you more than taking it from one high sec system to another, And if you got to go 20 jumps, it's going to cost more than if you got to go 3 jumps. So, I think they probably just didn't bother with the distro missions because there's not a whole lot of people that do them. Nah, but that's it. But yeah. I got everybody's dailies done for the day.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, maybe we'll do RimWorld tomorrow, Jackson. Somebody else was asking about RimWorld too, so maybe we'll do RimWorld tomorrow. I think there's more people that stream. Actually, yeah. Steve will be streaming tomorrow, so yeah, so a lot of people check him out. And I hate competing with him anyway. So he's an awesome streamer. So Steve's Haven, if you guys are not following Steve's Haven, which I can't imagine you're not. But appreciate it, Kimon. Thanks.
FBI, open up!
Gideon G. Thanks, Gideon, for the raid. Appreciate ya. Thanks, Kimon, for instigating it.
Active.
You guys aren't following Gideon, please give him a follow. Joe Chico, good to see ya. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. We're just running
Thank
some
you.
Sisters of Eve missions. Thanks for the follow. I'm going to give
Thank you.
Ultimitsu, thanks for the follow. Sandy Olson, good to see ya.
Warp drive active.
Oh, yeah. I think I introduced Gideon to you recently. I appreciate that. 59 seconds. Won't let me shout you out for another 59 seconds. My kind of music, yeah. I got a lot of fill in here in Genesis, and then a lot of rock. And then there's even some Barry Manilow in there, which a
Caviar
lot
Liberta
of people are
composed a song
fans
for
of.
you. A hip-hop rap song about Drazil the rapping lizard.
Cold blood, hot flow, Brazil rise the scene. Scales gleamy, spits fire, you know what I mean. Downtown jungle, he's ruling the street. Where the cold-blooded legend never faces defeat. Cold blood, hot flow, Brazil rise the scene. Scales gleamy, spits fire, you know what I mean. Downtown jungle, he's ruling the street. Where the cold-blooded legend never faces defeat. From the cracks in the sidewalk, the rhythm emerges. He slides to the beat while the city surges. Tail whips and swerve, he always adapts. Chilling on rooftops, cooking up raps. Eyes sharp, no prey escapes his gaze. Lurking in shadows, he sets mics ablaze. Crooked cat scatter when Brazil steps in. The scales tell a story where the heat begins. Tongue flick, world shift when the verses run deep. He got scales, got bars, and a secret to keep. From the swamp to the block, hit a snap in the jaws. This reptile's respect, you don't break the laws. Cold blood, hot flow, Brazil rise the scene. Scales gleamy, spits fire, you know what I mean. Downtown jungle, he's ruling the street. Where the cold-blooded legend never faces defeat. Yeah. They all say Brazil. Real, unreal Brazil. Yeah, they all say Brazil. Real on real Brazil. Unreal Brazil.
Doesn't seem like it. There it is. There it is. Thanks, Caviar, for the song. Thanks, Gideon, for the raid. I finally got the shout out to you. I had to try it 4 times before it finally had timed out enough that I could send it. Sorry about that. Al Monksy, good to see ya. Anytime, anytime. Whatever keeps the people coming back.
Drive active.
Channel points here are pretty yeah, pretty easy to come by. So yeah, so yeah, we're just running Sisters of Eve missions. I'm still grinding to try and get an Odysseus BP, so I'm probably getting close to halfway there. After what, 5 or 6 sessions of grinding, so found my fave streamer. Going to have to leave Gideon. Don't do that. But I do appreciate you. Yeah, this is my era. This is my era for music. So that's why most people, I think, come, is because of the music. So the trick was making sure it didn't. Oh, there it is. Spongy John, thanks for that. Really? So? All right, starting now. God, I use that word all the time. But
Drive
the that era of music is my go-to. So that was the one I grew up in. So please don't ban me. I think I made a deal with Zerbaden that we wouldn't do prepositions because they were too hard. But it's all right. I can do this. I can do this. At least I didn't epic fail it by, saying it like right after I said, okay, starting now. I've done that before.
drive active.
I did say it 2 times. Figures. Yeah, so almost an epic fail. All right, so we have...
Javier Liberta composed a song for you, a
Here's
country
another
song
song.
about Bonder the space trucker in EVE Online, flying from Jita to Amar.
G to behind, hauling loot and dreams across the star line. Lights on my dashboard, cargo snug and tight. Bond space rig rolling through the long black night. On and on we go, stars aglow, hauling slow. Oh, oh. Out here, silence, traffic's running thin, autopilot, singing, jumping gates against scanners, blink blue, keep an eye for foe spaceship, humming soft as the journey flows. Chandeliers, heartbeat keeping tempo in my chest, warping through horizons, making every jump's a test. Bound for a Marley, G to behind, hauling loot and dreams across the star line. Lights on my dashboard, cargo snug and tight. Bond space rig rolling through the long black night. On and on we go, stars glow, haul slow. Oh, oh.
Yeah, it makes it on the fly. So the AI songs are actually pretty good. So thanks for that, Caviar. I'm definitely, you're the reason I put that timeout on. It's not a timeout, but yeah, whatever it was, the delay. But unfortunately, it screwed everything up. So yeah, obviously I got to research that more. But yeah, so we're gonna give away a Gnosis, fully fit Gnosis, compliments of Jerry Can, compliments of Jackson Sinclair, and we'll give away 50 million since I failed the word ban. Actually, yeah, we'll give away 50 million. I'm a little low on funds at the moment, or I would do 100 million because that was an epic fail. So. But yeah, we'll do that here. Let's say another 10 minutes. We'll do a marbles, and then I'm sure I have some skins to give away. I'm sure I got some skins left. Can't do that while you're jumping. So yeah, it looks like I got 11 skins still to give away. So no problem. No problem.
Warp drive active.
Oh, there it is. There's 100 million. All right, cool. 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 There we go. So we got it up to 100 million. So 100 million. Thanks for that, Spongy John. Or actually, thanks for that, Vince, the dude Vince. Appreciate it.
Request accepted.
There you go. Thanks for that. No. If you want to add some to it, we'll add another prize. If you want to add some to it, I give away everything you guys give me. So that ain't a problem. That ain't a problem. If you got to burn it a hole in your pocket, by all means, we'll give it away. There's always somebody that can use it. Always somebody that can use it. So. Yeah, normally for the epic fails, I give 100, but. Well, actually, I'm not as low as I thought I was, so. Oh, yeah, I am. No, I'm not. Oh, there's 250,000. Where'd that come from? There you go. So, yeah. So, we'll give away. Thanks for that. Thanks for that, sponsors. I'm assuming that's you, Spongy John. Yep, Sponge. Damaret Sponge. Cool beans. Cool beans. So yeah, we'll give away a 250. We'll give away 100 million. We'll give away a fully fit Gnosis. And then we got skins to give away. So probably... Actually, we got quite a few in here. Depending on how many we have in the race. Maybe it'll be another Oprah race where everybody gets a prize. We'll see. I only got 11 skins, so that was from your friendly local WHPD ossifier. I appreciate it. Ossifer. That's one of my favorites. One of those claymation ones. Man, that was way old. Back in, I think, the 90s. It's Santa Claus, and he's been drinking, and he gets stopped by the cops. He says, "Do you know who I am? I'll put coal in your stocking." He says, "What's the problem? What's the oblum, Possifer?" Alan, good to see ya. Perfect timing. We're about to do a race. Let me go ahead and get marble started. Let me get marble started. That always takes a second. That always takes a second.
warp drive active.
But yes, thank you, sponsors. Appreciate it. So we'll give away 250 million, 100 million, fully fit NOS. And then I think I got 11 skins still in the pot. So mostly
Permission requested.
mostly glacial drifts. So mostly glacial drift skins. I think, yeah, 8 of them are glacial drift skins. So yeah. Rage quitting. Goodbye forever. Only in wormholes, yeah. Only in wormholes. Only in wormholes. Alright, let's start this one. No truer words have ever been spoken. Love hurts. Alright. Let's get the marbles up here. Race. Bum, 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 bum. Alright, random. Twisting Tumble. We haven't ran this one. Alright, let's give this one a try. I used to live in a wormhole, then I moved to Georgia. Thanks, Ultima. Ultimi. Appreciate you. Explanation point play. Get on the race. I'll zoom out here a little bit so I can see what's going on. There they are. There they are. Explanation point play. We've got a fully fit NOS. We've got a 200 million cash ISK. And 100 million cash ISK. And then assorted skins that you choose from. So yeah, we'll do first, second, and last as guaranteed prizes. And then everybody else will do the whatever's left skin wise, starting with third place and down. So we always hear at last place is whoever finishes last. You got to finish. If you don't finish, if we have enough prizes, we'll still get you something. But yeah, if you don't finish. And right now with this number, probably everybody, whether you finish or not, should get a prize. So yeah, so. Which is the way we like to do it here. We call them Oprah giveaways. Oprah giveaways. Then unfortunately, whoever is last will probably get a crappy skin, but that's all right. And I think that's where we're at our limit right there. So yeah, well, if we get one more, then somebody may not get one, but that's all right. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. But yeah, explanation point play. Fully fit NOS.
Thank you.
250 million ISK. 100 million ISK. Daka82, thanks for the follow. All right. I'm going to hit start. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Let me see if I can figure out where we got to go here. So they're going to come down out of this tube. And then I guess you get shot out of the cannon after you come down out of there. So you go 1 or 2 cannons. And then you got to hit the funnel. 10 seconds. Explanation point play. Last chance. All right, here we go. Here we go. Round and round they go. Slow as molasses. See who comes out of the funnel first. Everybody's bunched up. Dake is on the left. Looks like Caviar Liberta is on the right. Of course, it's saying Al Monksy. Yeah, it's going by whoever's closest to the end. But yeah, it looks like Caviar's going to hit the cannon first. They all hit the funnel. Nobody missed the funnel. That's good. All right, everybody's in. Everybody's in. Caviar's in the lead, followed by Blue Gray, 7-0. I think 7-0's in second. Red Sua, the dude Vince flew off the race. Lily Bits flew off the race. Not sure how they did. Must have launched into the wrong area. So Caviar coming down through the loop-de-loop. Some kind of elevator. Oh, it's an elevator. I see. So Caviar is going to take first. Blue Gray took second. 7-0 got third. Red Suid's got 4. Kimon 5th. Chemfin 6th. Daka 7. Ultimi took 8. Booga 9. Joe Chico 10. Sandy Olsen 11. Al Monksy 12. And Alan Dart took 13. So technically, everybody's going to get a prize that finished. So there you go. There you go. Going through the colon, is that it? Yeah, it seemed like it. Seemed like it. All right, so Caviar. I got a fully fit NOS. I got 250 million ISK. And I got 100 million ISK.
Warp drive active.
Caviar gets first pick. So we'll do first, second, and then we'll do last. And then we'll go back to third. $100 million. No problem, Caviar. Problem, Caviar. What's your IGN?
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
I thought that was it. I just wasn't sure. I can't do that while docking. Sorry. There you are. 100 million it is. Thanks, Caviar. 100 million. Bingo. Congratulations. Congratulations. All right. Second was Blue Gray. Blue Gray. Fully fit NOS. 250 million. Or there's also skins if you want a skin. Blue Gray, you're up.
Warp drive.
You want the NOS? Excellent, excellent. Let me know who to give it to. Which one of your characters? Caden Voss it is. Caden Voss it is. Congratulations. Should be 4 weeks, right? 28 days. Yep. Okay. There you go. Congratulations. Special thanks of Jackson Sinclair. Special thanks of Jackson Sinclair. All right. Last place was Alan. Alan Dart. Alan Dart. So I got 250 million or some skins. Yeah, appreciate the sponsors. Special thanks to Jackson Sinclair, as well as the dude Vince and Spongy John. So take the ISK, no problem. Ugh, can't do that while you're jumping, dingbat. We're alive. 250 million it is. 250 million. Bingo. Congratulations. All right. Number 3. 7-0. 7-0. I got skins left. Take your pick of the skins on the screen. No, anytime. Awesome. Is Metafit. No T2 skill needed. There you go. Even better. Love the look of the NOS. Guess it's closest to a Firefly. Yep. That's what they said. $7-0. Iron Blood it is.
Docking permission requested.
I think I got your name.
Docking request accepted.
Okay. Cool beans. Congratulations. Congratulations. Red SoE. Red SoE is number 4. There's the skins that are left. The Iron Blood is gone. No problem, 7-0. You're good. Sorry. There's the skins that are left. Oh, of course, you got to quit clicking around. There you go. There's the skins. Actually, Iron Blood is gone, so here's the other ones that are left. So let me know which one you want. Red SoE, you're up. Yeah, you guys got to stay in when you do the marbles race because almost always, everybody gets a prize. Almost always.
Warp drive active.
We do Oprah giveaways here. So, Red SoE, last call. Even winning my ISK and other streams. There you go. Special thanks to Spongy John for the donation and the dude Vince and Jackson Sinclair for the ship donation. So, all right, Red SoE. Kimon is 5th. Kimon, let me know which skin you want.
Warp drive.
Phantasm. Phantasm it is. Phantasm it is. I got you. Kimon always wins. Always wins. Got his memorized. All right, congratulations. Congratulations. Kimon. So, Red SoE, if you're out there, you got a skin coming. Chemfin is 6th. Chemfin or Red SoE. Happy to do it for you all. The old man's going to bed. Have a good one. The first one, please. This Absolution. Absolution it is. Excellent. Excellent.
Docking permission requested.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Red SoE or Daka. Daka 82. Daka 82.
Docking request accepted.
No problem. No problem. My pleasure. Retsua or Deka82? I'm good. No worries. Thanks, Deka. Appreciate it. Retsua or Ultimitsu? Ultimitsu. Ultimitsu. The Magnate? No worries. No worries. No worries. No worries. No problem. Love the name. Love the name. No owner. I must have spelled it wrong. Just try Signer. Nope. Doesn't like Signard either. Is that it? Signurd? Yeah, doesn't like that name. Says there's nobody in Eve with that name. Yeah, no end. There it is. There it is. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Perfect. Perfect. Appreciate it. Congratulations. So, Retsua or Booga? Booga. Booga. Retsua or Booga? Booga always falls asleep in my stream. I don't know why. Must be that soothing voice. Must be that soothing voice. Always puts people to sleep. Always puts people to sleep. Sentinel? Not a problem, Booga. I got your name. Perfect. Thanks, Booga. Congratulations. All right. Sleep, yeah. Sleep's overrated. Sleep's overrated. Joe Chico. Retsua or Joe Chico?
Warp drive active.
Retsua or Joe Chico? Been running SoE mission sharing with my alts for dailies, picking up extra resonators with the alts. Excellent. 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 All right. Let me know which skin you want. That's displayed on the screen. That's what I got left. Sorry, it's getting down to the dregs.
Warp drive active.
Joe Chico. Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, let me know which one you want, Joe Chico.
Permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Imperator? No problem. No problem. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. Joe. Chico Joe or Joe Chico. Is this you? I'll make sure I get it to the right person. Unfortunately, it'll make me close that one, so nice headphones. Yeah. Actually, I love these. These are wireless, and they're starting to fall apart, but I'm looking at buying another pair because they're so awesome. So excellent, excellent. Alright. I'm going to add you as a contact so that I don't have to ask you next time. So, because I know you're going to win again. So, everybody wins here multiple times. So, alright. Cool beans. Cool beans. Let's do a search. See if we can refresh it. Alright, cool. Joe Chico. So, Retsua or Sandy Olsen? Sandy Olsen. Sandy Olsen. Sorry, I'm blocking them. Janitors again. The janitors always give me 1,000. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Wantless Hero, good to see you, buddy. You just missed the race. Just missed the race. Sandy Olsen, if you're out there. Or Retsua. Alan, we already got. So Lily Bits and the dude Vince. If you guys want a skin, I got extra skins for you. So that way everybody, even though you guys didn't finish, I still got skins. So. Bum, 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 which usually happens. Because even though I tell people, don't leave. Because everybody wins. Somebody always leaves. Violator. No problem. Violator it is. Viator. Not Vi. There's no L in there. I butcher every name. To get you off of my mind. Alright, cool beans. Lily's out there. Lily, let me know which one you want. Yeah, exactly. No problem, no problem. So Sandy... Oh, Al's in there too. I missed Al. Al, sorry about that, Al. Al. Sorry, Al. Nothing like skipping one of my longest watching viewers. Yeah, nothing like skipping them. Nah, I don't pick. I don't know what you fly. So yeah, you pick something. Al, you're out there too. Let me know what you want. And Sandy and Retsua. Sandy, Retsua, Almonxy. So how many skins do you want me to send you? As many as you have. I'll give them all away. Millie Darkside sent me their dead body. And if I can figure out a way to pick it up, I'll give it away. Tormentor it is. Tormentor it is. Let me get your IGN, Lily. Got me in the mood for some of my old favorites. Gonna put on some Jim Croce. There you go. Jim Croce's good. Lily Bit Storm. There it is. I should have just started typing your name and it would have came up. There we go. Alright, Tormentor it is. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. Alright. Pass on the skin. No worries. No worries. No worries. Thanks, Al. I want to get a Violator. Make it a Pachman Salvager for fun. There you go. Alright, so Sandy Olsen or Retsua? Last two. Last two. Last two.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, if they show up for the end of the stream, we'll give them their skin. So I always seem to have extra skins left over. No problem, Al. No problem, Al. Appreciate ya. Appreciate ya. Actually, most of those skins were donated by Al, so yeah. Seems every time I get rid of all my skins, and I get a whole bunch more. So yeah, so a lot of people like the skins, so that's cool. I have one skin that I got on my Hulk, and that's it, because it was made by my buddy Kickin, specifically for my corp. So yeah, that's the only one I have. But yeah, Retsuo or Sandy Olson, if you guys are still out there, you got prizes. Let me know. Let me know.
Warp drive active.
Coffee, nectar of the gods. Now, mine's a little cold at the moment. It is cold in this office. It's weird because I came in here last night, set at the exact same temperature at night when it's cooler outside,
Docking request accepted.
and it was hot and musty. Today, maybe because of being overnight all night, there's ice on the windows. Yeah. Same temperature. I don't get it. I don't get it. Air conditioner's working too good. Ever since they cleaned it, it's been kind of all over the place. Well, that's all right. That's a good problem to have. Rather have it work too well than not well enough. Are you in the northern hemisphere? I think we're right by the equator, but that's a good question. Yeah, I think we're like almost on top of the equator. The Philippines is like almost on top of the equator, though. I think it's the northern part of the Philippines. So I'm probably in the southern part. Or I'm right on the... Looks like Manila is just north of the equator. And I am just south of Manila. So it's a good bet that I'm right on the equator. So yeah, we don't get a whole lot of seasons. They got two seasons here. Hot and wet. Though it's weird because, like, you know, they told me that. That's what they told me. And then January and February, it's been much cooler. But, you know, cooler is, it's in the 80s. So overnight it gets down. I think it got all the way down to 69 one night. But that's the lowest it's ever been here. And so I think it broke some records with 69. So, but that was like 3 o'clock in the morning. So, but yeah, the standard for the January, February is in the mid to upper 80s. March will start what they call the summer. And in the summer, it'll be probably over 100 every day. So, and that goes from March till the end of July. And then in end of July is when the rainy season starts. And so, but yeah, I don't get a whole lot of seasons. So South Georgia, not used to really cold weather. Had snow flurries this morning. Going to move back to Panama, I think. There you go. Missouri, we get, all 4 seasons, 12 months. Sometimes we get all 4 seasons. Yeah, I'm from Missouri as well. Sometimes we get all 4 seasons in the same day. So, yeah. That was one of the first things they told me when I moved to Kansas City was, if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. It'll change. It is the one place, I think, in the United States where the weathermen really don't have the faintest idea. I don't know if it's just because we're in the middle of the country or what it is, but yeah, But yeah. But yeah, they just got a bunch of snow back there. My friends in Kansas City have been sending me messages about how much snow they got. So they didn't get as much as some of the other places. I got a buddy in North Carolina. He said they got something like 11 inches. So actually shut the airport down in Charleston for, over a day, over 24 hours, which is rare. So it's snowing here now. There you go. I went to DDD in Kentucky once. They gave me a rental car. It was winter. Hit ice, spun around, and immediately turned the vehicle back in. I hear you. See, I'm from Pennsylvania. We learned how to drive in the snow and ice before we learned how to drive on dry roads. So that was our natural disaster, was blizzards when I was growing up. I can't count the number of times we had, several feet of snow when I was growing up in Pennsylvania. So 15 inches during the big one last week. Wow. Yeah. That's a pretty good snowfall. Yeah, Kansas City usually doesn't get a whole lot of snow. It gets a lot of ice, but it doesn't get a whole lot of snow. So yeah, so that's a big one. I got friends up in South Dakota as well, and they get snow all the time, and they're just kind of used to it. That's kind of like Pennsylvania was. Snow never really bothered us.
Warp drive.
We never missed school because of snow. You know, nowadays the kids miss school for every little thing. We never missed school because of snow. We might have like an hour delay or 2 hour delay so the snow plows could clear the roads, but we always went to school. The buses always had chains on the tires, which they don't even use chains anymore. Except on the salt trucks. I've seen chains on the salt trucks in Missouri a couple times, but that's the only time I ever saw chains. But yeah, the good old days. 15 inches. That's pretty good, Vince. That's a pretty good showing. Pretty good showing. Actually, let me see. Let me see what this... Oh, I don't want that one. Always choose the wrong one. Always choose the wrong one. Come on. Nice of you to drop by. Blah, blah, blah. Special delivery. Special delivery. Drop it off there. Where do I pick it up? Destroy the bounty hunter. Yeah. All right. We're not going to do a destroy mission today. Freaking baby dolls again. Freaking baby dolls again. Good show so far. Appreciate it. Enjoy the conversation. Yeah, that's what I'm always kind of keen on, is the conversation is what keeps me coming back. So true. Lived in Omaha, Nebraska for 27 years, and once I retired, went south. There you go. Too much snow and ice up there. Yep. I saw an invention for chains, like a weed whacker that rotates into place under with chains, spinning under the tires as you drive. It was cool. I've never seen that one, Blue Gray. That's pretty cool. I always thought it was kind of ingenious how the chains dig into the ice, but they don't dig into the tires. Like, how come they don't pop the tires? But working at the garage, I worked at a garage, was one of my first jobs, and yeah, putting those chains on was a real pain. Real pain. Real pain. And messy. Or actually, taking them off was worse. Because then they were all icky with salt and gravel and all the crap put on the road. I have to say, working at the garage, that was probably my dirtiest I've ever been. After working a full day at the garage doing I did tires mostly, and I was filthy. Filthy. I remember a couple times, probably why I don't get sick that often, but I remember a couple times eating a sandwich. You know, there's a Turkey Hill across the street. They don't have Turkey Hill here in Philippines. We didn't have Turkey Hill in Kansas City either. But there was a Turkey Hill across the street. We'd run over to Turkey Hill for lunch and get like a pre-made sandwich from Turkey Hill, like a sub. And I would come back and I would wash my hands with this heavy-duty grit stuff. And I would still, after I gripped the sandwich, you could see the dirty fingerprints on the sandwich. And I'd just eat it. I didn't care. Because I figured I had probably swallowed half of it anyway. So, you know. But yeah, my arms, my clothes. My mom used to hate cleaning my clothes. She's like, I have to wash your clothes separate because they are so dirty. But yeah, fighting tires on and off big old pickup trucks and dump trucks and all kinds of stuff. It was like big old tires. You'd be covered in it.
Docking request accepted.
Because that's the thing. You don't realize how dirty tires really are after being on the road. That's all they touch. There's no clean. Even after you go through the car wash, 5 minutes later, they're all mucked up again. Wonder if there's a way I could tell them, don't give me any more baby dolls. I don't want any more baby doll deliveries. They're too cheap. No worries, no worries. Have a good one. Sleep well. Sleep well. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, the good old days. The good old days when life was simple. I remember working at the garage thinking how hard life was. If only. 50 years later, 50 years later, I'm like, man, had no clue. Had no clue. Actually, 40 years later, not 50 years later. I'm only 58. So I worked there when I was probably 16 to 20, I think. Worked there through the summers while I was going to college. But yeah, honestly, that was an excellent job. I look back and that was one of my favorite jobs. One of my favorite jobs. And even roofing. The guy who owned the gas station also owned a roofing company, and so in some of the summers I did roofing, and that was always a good one. Yeah. I'm youth challenged. Yeah, some days I feel it, but I was blessed enough to be able to retire at 57, so which is unheard of in America. So, which is why I moved to the Philippines, though. I couldn't have done it if I'd have stayed in America. And now here we're building an awesome, what looks to be super huge house, which is not really that big, but it looks big. Paying cash for it. Paid cash for our car, brand new car, top of the line. Yeah. Living the dream. Living the dream. Based out of Lancaster County, PA. There you go. Not sure if it's the same company, but there's a Turkey Hill ice cream. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I've got it there a couple times, and that's it. That's it. Yeah, that's what I grew up with, was Turkey Hill. That was our convenience store. Kind of like a 7-Eleven or a Quick Trip. But yeah, retired from the Army as a signal officer and retired as a civilian. Why, I'm looking at Panama. Yep. Philippines have a good retirement community. They do. They do. But honestly, I say good retirement community. They have a retirement community. Good may not be correct. There are a lot of expats here, but I don't know that I can say they're all good. A lot of vloggers. You can find a lot of vlogging on, so you can kind of make your own decisions on some of that. But yeah, the big thing here is that it's a lot of guys come here in their 60s and 70s and get an 18-year-old wife, which I'm not a fan of. And more power to them, I guess. But my wife is actually 2 years older than me. She's a Filipina as well. She came and lived with me in America for 18 years. And so I had promised her when we retired, if we retired, we would move back to the Philippines. So yeah. But yeah, it's what I wanted, someone to grow old with, not someone to take care of me when I got old. So Milo's started as a fast food place in Alabama. Now you can get their sweet tea everywhere. Yeah, Turkey Hill has some awesome sweet tea. But they got too big for their britches, and they started making it with all kinds of flavors. So they're up to like 30-some flavors of sweet tea, which is just ridiculous. And so, but yeah, Turkey Hill sweet tea, which is probably the worst thing for you, but that's what I grew up with. But yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of them here that have very, very young wives. And so good is different. But my brother, I have an older brother that actually is looking at Panama as well. He's in the military. He was in the military, retired from the military, and became a civilian contractor for the Army, and then making a ton of money. And he's looking at Panama as well. So yeah, peach tea is the best tea. There you go. They have that, along with cranberry, raspberry, watermelon, dingleberry, they got it all. So yeah, like I said, they kind of went overboard with the flavors. to where there was just too many choices. Their classic sweet tea was what I always went with, so yeah. And every once in a while, when I used to go back, I would make a trip from Kansas City back, usually once every 3 or 4 years, to see my parents when they were still alive. And I have 8 brothers and sisters that are all still on the East Coast, but mostly to see my parents. But both my parents have passed now, and I would usually pick up a bunch of the sweet tea and some of the ice cream. I usually couldn't haul the ice cream to Missouri without it melting. But yeah, it was actually a really good day when I saw Turkey Hill ice cream in the Walmart and one of the other grocery stores. We had a Red X there in KCK, and yeah, it was kind of. And they had Turkey Hill iced tea and the Red X one day, and I was like, "Get out of Dodge!"
Drive active.
Turkey Hill iced tea, and they had the ice cream as well. It's actually a really good ice cream. So, but yeah, based out of Lancaster. Where I grew up in Coatesville, Pennsylvania, which is about 20, 30 miles from Lancaster. Lancaster's, there's a big Amish communities there in the Lancaster area, so there's the ads.
Docking request accepted. Docking permission.
I guess Kroger on Turkey Hill sold it to Peak Rock Capital. Yeah, I didn't know about them selling it to Peak Rock Capital, but yeah, well, I remember it being Kroger way back. Kroger Foods. Abigail's barking. I don't know if you guys hear that. So, private equity. Can't stand it. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Well, we were talking about that the other day. Capitalism ruins everything. Ruins everything. Ruins everything. I'm up to 121,000. So almost halfway. Almost halfway. Almost halfway. It's worse with private equity since it isn't publicly traded. Right, exactly. Yeah, at least publicly traded, it makes it a little harder to play all the games, but private ones had no idea what they're doing. So, had no idea what they're doing. So, yeah. Anybody can do. Yeah. Retsua and Sandy Olson, if you guys are out there, I still owe you guys a prize. So, oh, sorry, ads are on, so you couldn't hear me even if you are out there. So, no worries, Blue Gray. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Thanks, Autonomous. Retsua and Sandy, welcome back from the ads, first of all. But Retsua and Sandy Olson, if you guys are out there, I still owe you a prize from the marbles. So I do realize every once in a while, people got to go to the bathroom. So I want you to get your prize. I want you to get your prize.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Blue Gray, appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. Thanks for being here. Exotic dancers. I only get 700 for the exotic dancers. See, I would think I would get more for the exotic dancers. To be perfectly honest. I got my mega here. Maybe we will do this combat mission just for the heck of it. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about that. I need a nap today. Guys getting me up early. Actually woke up at 7 o'clock this morning. Don't know why. Don't know why. It's all good. Love being retired. Love being retired. Not worrying about it. Very rarely do I set the alarm. And I've actually got the stream set now where it's actually running at a perfect time because almost always I'll always be up before 9. Though I did oversleep one day last week. I think 2 days last week, to be honest. So yeah, which is rare. But that's staying up too late. Even if I stay up late, I usually wake up around 7. Bum, bum, bum. Marriage. Few details. My friend is getting married. We need entertainment for his bachelor party. I never read it. I can't just show up with the dancers myself. Take these performers. Be sure to get them there on time so we can start the fun. There you go. There you go. Bachelor party. I love my sleep schedule nowadays. Sleep when I want, where I want. There you go. There you go. That's kind of me too. That's kind of me too. I was really afraid of retirement because I was so ingrained with my job that I was afraid that I would feel really worthless without going to work every day or having to connect to work every day because I worked from home a lot since I was in IT. But, I haven't missed it at all. I really haven't. I really haven't. And so, there's a lot to be said for that. So, yeah, a lot to be said for that. A lot to be said for that.
Docking permission requested.
I had quite a few coworkers who worked into their 70s and then retired and were dead within a year. Sometimes only 6 months before they died. I definitely didn't want that. Definitely didn't want that. Definitely didn't want that. No, you work for it. You earned it. But yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah. We've been very blessed. We've been very blessed. And my wife worked while she was in America. Well, she became a citizen in America and did the whole 9 yards, so it worked. So retired at 55, but my wife and I are, it's great, but I have to watch what I spend. Yep. And we're the same here. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're building a house, but we're building it here in the Philippines, so it's super cheap. I mean, we're building a custom-built house for less than what I paid for my condo in America, and it's a custom-built house from the ground up. So yeah, but it is super cheap here. So, and then we're also going to have solar on it so we don't have electric bill. And so, yeah, we're going to, and honestly, the rent here is dirt cheap. So I could have rented here forever. It wouldn't have been a problem. But the wife really had a dream of having a house, so we did that one. So we have a house in Ohio and one in Florida. Taxes are getting, yeah, that's the problem with America, is the taxes. The taxes and medical. The medical's a big problem in America. It's just for the medical benefits alone, just to try and, because it's, you know, even if you have to go and have a checkup, it's ridiculous.
Warp drive active.
So, but yeah. And that's why a lot of older people have a part-time job just so they can get medical benefits, you know? Not have to pay, because that's the other one, that Cobra. If we pay that Cobra, oh my Lord. I mean, that's ridiculous. All for insurance, which is, but yeah, the medical costs. I thank goodness for my, there you go, military, yeah, really does. Military, that's one thing the military did do well. I got to give them credit, so. I got to give them credit. So they do cover you for the benefits, so that's good. Luckily, I'm currently on Medicaid, but as soon as I'm able to get a job, that will go away. Yep. But no, that's good. At least you're covered. Yeah. Because, yeah, in America, if you're not covered, oh, man. My daughter has, and my granddaughter, she had to go to the Obamacare to get coverage for my granddaughter. And, yeah. And what a nightmare. What a nightmare. But, yeah.
Docking request accepted.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think that's one of the big things in America that I was really disappointed with, is that they have not done anything with the medical cost. It has gotten exorbitant. And something's really got to be done about that. There's another baby doll one for freaking 500 points. God. No worries, Autonomous. I appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. If you guys aren't following Autonomous, let me give him another shout out. If you guys aren't following Autonomous, please give him a follow. Awesome streamer. He's in Australia. He's in Australia, so had to pick up meds today. Something called levothyroxine for low thyroid activity. Yeah, that's the other thing, is they've got a medicine for everything, and they have no problem prescribing it, and then prescribing you another medicine to handle the side effects of the first medicine. Where I thank God that we're not on any medications. Actually, I say we're not on any medications here. My wife is taking, she's taking a statin for her cholesterol, which ironically, she never had a cholesterol problem until she came and lived in America. She lived here in the Philippines for 40 years. Came and lived in America for 18 years, and now she has high cholesterol. So, yeah, even here in the Philippines, they put her on a statin because it's so high. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, as long as it's doing some good. The food is awesome. That's one thing I really love here, is that everything is fresh. Everything is fresh. They killed my thyroid and now I get letrozole for the rest of my life. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, and that's what I was afraid of, is I don't want to take anything for the rest of my life. I really want to stay away from that. But unfortunately, that's kind of a common thing in America. Yeah, the food here is great. My wife's an awesome cook. She cooked most of this food in America as well. She had trouble finding the ingredients. Where here, we get everything fresh. We talked about this in one of the other streams, Ultimitsu. But we had one day they killed a cow in the province where we're at, and they were looking for people to buy the meat, and so we bought the meat, and The cow was slaughtered, and we ate it, part of it, the very same day. Which even living in Kansas City, which is the beef capital of America, I never had beef same day that it was slaughtered. And so yeah, that was awesome. Awesome. Super fresh. All the vegetables are super fresh. Because they really don't, they have refrigeration here, but they don't do a whole lot of refrigeration. So it's you got to get it fresh or it goes bad. And so yeah, we're eating a lot better than we ever ate in America. So as you can tell, I'm not having any problems. I have been losing weight here, but I think it's because I'm eating better, not because I'm eating less.
Accepted.
Unfortunately, I'm not losing it. My middle is my bad section. I have a beer belly, even though I don't drink beer, and I'm not losing it in my middle. I'm losing it on my rear end, where I really didn't have any room to lose. So now my rear end is always sore from sitting. Because everything here is super hard. They make everything's made out of concrete, so there's really no give. And so it's really weird. It's really done, it's been a drastic difference. This is the same chair I used in America for all my streaming. I sit in it 4 hours a day, and yeah, it's becoming super painful. So, like my rear end is bruised. Maybe my wife's beating me when I'm sleeping. I don't know. They don't look for root causes. I see a neuropath, and I'm taking a thyroid synergy supplement. Thyroid problems relate to testosterone problems. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, they never look for a root cause. It's too easy to treat the symptoms, and there's a drug for that, and they get kickbacks from the drug companies. So, yeah. The drug companies are the ones that are making the most money in America right now. So yeah, we talked about that before. The fact that they don't want to cure anything, they want to keep treating it because it's more profitable to treat it than it is to cure it. That's morally reprehensible. Back to the corporate greed. So yeah. But yeah, it seems like I got out when a good time, because I hadn't gotten into any of that stuff. I had been on a statin a few times, but I'm actually one of those. It's really rare. When I take a statin, it lowers my cholesterol drastically. Actually works the way it's supposed to. And so I was a drug company back in the 70s and 80s. There you go. There you go. But yeah, it actually works the way it's supposed to. So I actually take it, and then I'm able to get off of it. And now that I'm here in the Philippines, my cholesterol is not going up at all, which is phenomenal. Because I really don't know why it was going up in America, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, because honestly, they make everything here with oil. My wife deep fries everything. They don't call it deep fry, they just call it cook. And it's kind of funny. I'm only 41. I'm sure my thyroid issues are more related to my bad eating habits. Yeah. And that's not uncommon either. I think in America, I was dumbfounded that we have so many things in our foods that are outlawed in other places of the world. I had no idea. And so when I moved here, people had always said, yeah. And I was like, okay, I don't know if that's true or not, But when I moved here, it was amazing how many things I can get here that are in American packaging, but it's not American product. They put it in American packaging, but it's missing many things, which of course makes it taste drastically different. Usually worse. So I think we do a lot of things for taste that are not necessarily good for us. And that's kind of short-sighted. Which is probably the most effective way to sum up in America. Short-sighted. Much as I hate to say it. We're too busy chasing what we like at the moment, rather than worrying about what's good for us. And that's not everybody. There are people, of course, that are doing it, but But it's so hard in America to try and eat healthy and watch out for the things that you know you shouldn't be eating. Because there's just so many things that they allow that shouldn't be allowed. Red dye number 5, yellow dye number 6, I think are the two big culprits. But yeah. Hindsight's always 20/20.
Warp drive.
I don't know how we fix it. I don't know how we fix it. The ones I really worry about are the people like my son's age. He's 26. Though I don't know that he's ever going to replicate. So, probably not a problem. But the ones that are his age that are going to have offspring are the ones that I really worry about. Alt moving day for me. Reprocessed a buttload of T1 ships and sold a bunch. One more to go. There you go. Where are you moving to?
Warp drive active.
Or are you moving them out to Ufine? See, I'm the opposite. I never reprocess them. I just move them all. And then I wonder, why do I have 27 Tristans? Georgia, there you go. Georgia. Boom. Is there a system called Georgia? I didn't know that. That's awesome. I can pronounce that one.
Drive active.
Don't cry. Further south in Georgia, the better. Though I do like it here around Rome. I'm not familiar with around Rome. How close are you to Atlanta?
Requested. Docking permission requested. Docking request.
I thought it was mostly Missouri that couldn't come up with original city names. We've got a Cuba, Missouri, and a Paris, Missouri. What was the other ones? There were several of them that were like, come on, guys. Surely you could, you know, choose something original. At least they chose countries rather than cities, I guess. But yeah. I live in Savannah. There you go. Okay. But Rome is next to Tennessee. Okay. There's a Romulus in Michigan. Yeah. See, now Romulus, okay. I could understand that one. That comes from something fictitious at least, but yeah, when you start borrowing other city names, that's like, come on. Cuba, Missouri, and actually in that case, countries. Cuba and Paris, I guess, is a city. But there's Paris, Missouri. There were several of them that I was just like, come on.
Warp drive active.
Moscow, Idaho. There you go. Yeah. Like, come on. Yeah. You know, if it's mostly populated by Russian immigrants, then I kind of could understand. That kind of makes sense, but it's probably not. Zerbaden, what's up, buddy? Your buddy Spongy John came in and did a word ban, and he used a preposition, and I epic failed it. So, yeah, you missed that giveaway. Luckily, he also donated enough to cover the epic fail, so that was good. Moscow, Idaho is where the University of Idaho is. That's good. That's awesome. Yeah. I told him, I got an agreement with Zerban and we don't do prepositions because, yeah, I think they said I said it within the first 5 minutes. I had said it like 6 times. So, yeah. I said, nah, I have agreement with Zerbin and we don't do prepositions because that's always failed. Always fail. I didn't even realize I said it, to be honest. They said, yeah, you said it like 6 times. I'm like, okie dokie. There's an Indiana and a California and Pennsylvania. Yeah, I remember those. But then again, Pennsylvania's also got some good ones. There's an Intercourse and Paradise. Can't get to Paradise unless you go through Intercourse. So there's a Paradise, Pennsylvania, and an Intercourse, Pennsylvania. So they came up with some original ones, you know. They give potato degrees. There you go. Potato degrees. I still hold the world record for your less than 10 seconds. Yeah, exactly. Okay, start now. And then I said it. Yeah. Yeah. There's been a few of those. And Exeter. Yep. Gonna come out the Exeter. Exeter, PA. Yep. I remember that one.
Permission requested. Docking
Exeter,
request
PA.
accepted.
I grew up in PA. And I grew up in good old Pennsylvania. Good old Pennsylvania. Ah, low sec. It's my first low sec. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. Probably shouldn't have said that. But yeah. Funny thing is, the coach of Indiana University in Indiana used to coach Indiana University of Pennsylvania. There you go. Keep it in the family.
Warp drive active.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. Then again, there are so many cities in America. I'm sure it probably came down to crap. Kind of like me. I'm on my 6th character and I can't come up with a name for my character. So yeah, so I guess, you know, from that perspective, they're like, crap, what are we gonna call this place? I just want to go home and have intercourse. There you go. Intercourse. Yeah. He's from Pittsburgh. Kirk Kennedy. I remember Kirk Kennedy. Just won a national championship with the Hoosiers. I remember Kirk Kennedy. Yeah.
Warp drive active.
Pittsburgh. I have family in Pittsburgh. I still have family in Pittsburgh. Cousins. My aunt and uncle are passed, but I got cousins in Pittsburgh. Outside of Pittsburgh, Leechburg. Yeah. I used to spend, that's where my grandparents lived. So my dad grew up in the same house that I grew up in. He bought it from his parents when I was, I think, 6. And we moved there in Pennsylvania. And then they moved to Pittsburgh, Leechburg, and with their other son, their older son. And lived, I think, right around the corner from them. And I used to spend my summers in Pittsburgh and Leechburg. So, but yeah. They were always fun. With my grandparents. I really don't know how they stayed together. But they did. I don't think they would have even considered divorce. Wasn't even in their vocabulary. But after my grandfather died very early. I think he was in his 60s. Cancer. And heavy smoker. He also worked in the coal mines. So, you know, he was kind of double dipping. And I think he'd smoked since he was like 14. In fact, when he was dying, they were holding cigarettes to his mouth because he said if he didn't smoke, it would kill him. I'm like, but yeah, working on 39th year of marriage here. There you go. Awesome. Yeah, we're 19 this year. I'm looking forward to 20. I think for our 20th, I'm going to renew our vows here in the Philippines, have a Philippine ceremony since we had an American ceremony when we got married originally.
Warp drive
So yeah, I think I'll do a Philippine ceremony here. Art Rooney, founder of the Steelers, went to Indiana Normal, which is renamed to Indiana University of PA. I remember when it was Indiana Normal. I went to a little small state school up near our state college, which is where Penn State is, called Lock Haven University. And very few people have heard of it. But yeah, congratulations on your 39th year. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that was my grandparents. I want to say, yeah, they were probably married 40 before she buried him. And then I think she had 3 husbands after him, all of which she buried. And then, yeah, she lived to be, she was in her upper 80s when she passed. So, yeah, so there's hope. But, yeah, all the men in my family all passed in their 70s. So I'm going to break the record. I've already announced that I'm going to break the record. So, Division 2, yep. Yeah, we sucked at everything. We sucked. Actually, our softball team was pretty good. Our women's softball and our women's lacrosse were both pretty good. They had a saying, Lock Haven University, where the men are men and the women are too.
Docking permission requested.
Because our women's softball and women's lacrosse they used to always do very well.
Request accepted.
But our men's football, men's everything really sucked. Black Widow in a good way. There you go. Yeah, she did. That's what she's, and I talked to her in her early 80s. I remember I talked to her a lot, but I talked to her in her early 80s, and I remember, and I said to her, I said, Grandma, what's going on here? She says, I keep getting them younger and younger, thinking that they'll outlive me, and they don't. So I'm just going to keep trying until I find one that's going to outlive me. And she was unmarried when she passed, but she couldn't find one, I guess, young enough. So I was a little sad to see St. Francis drop from Division 1 to 3. Yeah. But yeah, she was a tough old lady. She's like, yeah, I'll just keep going till I find one that can hang. I said, all right, Grandma. So I told her, I said, I am so glad your blood flows through my veins. That might help me break the record. That was actually before my dad or my uncle had passed, and they both passed in their 70s as well. And so, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to break the record. I'm going to make 80 one way or another. At least 80.
Warp drive active.
My dad just turned 87. His mom died at 97. That's awesome. Honestly, though, once you get up to that age, I don't know. I think it's gotta be psychological at that point, because I think you just see everybody you know's gone, and you're like, what am I hanging around for? But nice to see the grandchildren and great grandchildren, and I don't think I want to go past 80. Yeah, that's kind of, I want to break the record. 80 is, yeah, if I get out of the 70s, I'll break the record. But yeah, I don't know about much longer than that. So, and as selfish as it is, I want to go before my wife, because she's strong enough to survive my passing. In fact, she'll probably have a huge party. But if she passed, I don't think I would last much longer. So, depends on lucidity. That's true too. Yeah, because that Alzheimer's, that's got to be the worst way. I can't imagine. And that's another thing that we seem to have an epidemic in America. There's very little Alzheimer's here. Very little. And I think it probably has something, we were talking about that earlier, something to do with the chemicals or something we're doing. So, yeah. Record in my family for females is 65. Yeah. If I can't wipe myself or realize I didn't in a while, yeah. Exactly. It seems that my playlist has gotten off. So after this song, we'll refresh it. I don't know why it does that from time to time with Spotify. But yeah, I agree. Depends on lucidity. I want to be still conscious of what I'm doing and what's going on. And I definitely don't want my wife to have to wait on me. I know she probably would because she's a good woman, but I don't want her to have to. I want her to enjoy her life too. Which is why we retired early, so we could still enjoy some years together. Before it's too late. Too many. Work, and that's no way.
Warp drive active.
But yeah. Well, Lily, you're going to have to break the record. That's what mine's the same. Men in my family, that none of them got out of the 70s. I think 76 is the highest, but I said I'm going to break the record. I'm going to break the record.
Docking permission requested. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
There you go. There you go. $8.92. Ectoplasm. It's like we're Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters. Hauling ectoplasm. Alright. I still got to come up with a name for my new alt.
Active.
It's going to do some moon mining. I want it to follow the same standard of all my other characters, but I want it to have like a moon vibe. So I can remember what he's for. Yeah. Not sure what a moon vibe in a name is, but yeah. Something crater face.
Warp drive active.
It was funny. I found out from Big Bang Theory, which is funny. Not changing the subject, sorry. But from Big Bang Theory, I had no idea that all the characters for the guy who created Spider-Man, Stan Lee, all his characters had first and last initials were the same for every one of his characters. I had no idea that was the case until Big Bang brought it to light. Obviously people knew that, but Big Bang brought it up, and I was like, get out of here. And I think that's just awesome that he followed a standard, Always had a standard. I didn't do that with mine, but in fact, with mine, I was gonna say they're all different, but they're not. I have my main is the same, Falstaff Finder, so they're the same. But yeah, that would have been a good one to do. But I didn't follow that with any of the others, so yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. That's just awesome. Stan Lee. Stan Lee. Stan Lee took us out for gelato. Stan Lee took us out for gelato. I love Big Bang. Big Bang's right up there with Friends and Seinfeld. My top sitcom, so call you Moonwolf instead of Silverwolf. There you go. So Bond is Swarley. Swarley? What's Swarley? I don't know what Swarley is. But I'm probably guilty. Jackson, you're still here? I figured you gone to bed. I didn't set this. Yeah, I did. Never got into Big Bang. Yeah, I really love Big Bang. Really loved it. My wife actually watched it with me, even though she's not a comedy fan.
Active.
And definitely doesn't get the science. But nope. Still here somehow. There you go. Well, I'm glad you're still here, Jackson. Thanks again for the donation. Blue Gray got the NOS. So yeah. Yeah, Blue Gray got the NOS. So yeah. I'm sure he'll put it to good use, blowing it up in a wormhole somewhere. He's already gone. He went to bed. They're dropping like flies.
Warp drive active.
USA for the win. Good to see ya. Dog morning to you too. But yeah, thanks for the donation, Jackson. Appreciate ya. Jackson is one of my generous benefactors. Feeling lonely. Man, my rotator cuff is killing me. Oh, sorry to hear that. Hurts to even hold up the mouse. That sucks. That sucks. Yeah, mine is my rear end. I don't know why, but for some reason, ever since I moved here, it's like everything I sit on causes me discomfort. Though it's weird. I was talking to somebody. When I sit on the toilet, I don't have any problem. So I'm wondering if I should get a donut. They use when you have like what do they call those? Hemorrhoid surgery. You know, you get one of those donuts you got to sit on. I'm thinking maybe I should do that. So it's the chair. I don't know. It really doesn't matter which chair I sit on. And the cushion, I bought many, many cushions. When I'm in the car, when I'm on the couch, when I'm in the chair, when I'm in the... And this is the same chair I used in America, so you should get a standing desk. Yeah, they don't do a whole lot of standing desk here, but I could probably have one custom made.
Docking permission requested.
And actually, this desk is custom made, so I could probably have them extend the legs and make it a standing desk. Sitting is as bad as smoking. Yeah, that's what they say. Those cushions lose size after like a week. Yeah. Nothing like little TMI in the morning. There you go. Yeah. Sorry, Vince. Yeah. It's weird because this is never, I've always sat a lot. I'm a computer programmer. That's what I did for a living for the last 40 years. And I've always sat a lot, but I've never had this problem. Never. And it's really weird because it's like, it doesn't really make sense. I don't think I could stand for 12 hours while I played Eve. Yeah. Do not make sitting more comfortable. Stand instead. That's it. Yeah, you're playing for too long. Yeah, you shouldn't play for 12 hours. That's for sure. Not without taking some breaks. I only stream for 4 hours, so that's not too bad. But yeah, but after 4 hours of sitting, it's like getting up is painful. Even when I got up, went and got a cup of coffee. I'm sure you guys heard me groan when I got up.
Warp drive
So yeah.
active.
But honestly, I have the same. If I stand for too long, I start getting numbness in my legs. Probably, I think I'm just carrying too much weight for that, but that's a whole different issue. But yeah, it would be one of those. It'd be nice to be able to switch between the two. So, but unfortunately, here in the Philippines, I don't have everything available to me that you guys have there in America. So, you can get everything here. It's just very, very expensive and very long shipping times and tariffs and things of that nature. So, but they do some awesome wood construction here. So yeah, this my desk is custom made, and I'm sure I could get them to extend it. Maybe maybe some kind of a attachment leg that I could put on so that it could slide up and down. Problem is the thing's so heavy. Well, I do other things while I'm playing. I'm crafting, cooking, other stuff. So not for 12 hours sitting. That's good. 4 hours isn't that bad. Yeah, I do. I get up and get coffee from time to time. But yeah, you can hear me groan when I get up. And it's not so much. It's almost like it's a blood flow thing. Because it's almost like my rear end is numb. But it's not numb. It's painful. And so... But once I get up and walk around, I'm fine. It doesn't bother me. I can sit down again. It's not a problem. It's just after I sit for another, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, it's like... And it's every single chair I sit on. So it doesn't seem like it's the chair. It seems like it's the rear end. So, like I said, I have been losing weight here. And I'm wondering if that's part of it. So, thanks, Jerry Can. But yeah, I have been losing weight. Unfortunately, I think that's where I'm losing it from is my rear end, which I really had no weight there to spare. So, that's why a lot of times I have to wear a belt because my rear end, I don't have a rear end. So, everything just would fall off. I see those people with those big old butts. And I'm like, man. How do I get one of those, or at least get one a little bigger? There's a joke about that. What did the guy say? Guy told his wife that, hey, I want to ask you to do me a favor for the next year. I want you to start rubbing toilet paper on your breasts. And she said, rub toilet paper on my breasts? And he said, yeah. He said, I think it'll do wonders. And she's like, how do you figure that? He says, well, you've been rubbing it on your rear end all these years, and it's huge. So if you start rubbing it on your breasts, maybe it'll make them huge too.
Docking permission requested.
Yeah. Guys know exactly what to say.
Permission requested.
Which, ironically, is why I'm in the doghouse so often, is because I don't know when to shut my mouth. Booga's probably gone. But yeah, Booga. Every once in a while I catch Booga's stream, and Booga knows if I catch his stream, I'm probably in the doghouse. Because that's usually my wife time. I'm not allowed to be on the computer during that time because I have to sit and watch TV with her. And if I'm able to catch him, that usually means I've done something to get in trouble. So, which is not an uncommon act. Mostly because I told her early on, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Good laughs while I do this level 4 mission. There you go. So I tell her, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. If you ask me, does this dress make me look fat? I'm going to tell you, it's not the dress. Okay? It's not the dress. All right? I'm going to be honest. You don't want me to lie to you. Then you don't want me to be honest either. I mean, you can't have both. Can't have both. My lady is a gamer, so I don't have that issue too much, but I like watching TV movies with her. Yeah. I do enjoy the time we have together. It's really good. And we have a lot more of it now, so that's kind of nice. And don't get me wrong, she lets me stream for 4 hours a day, so that's pretty good. 39 years, remember, so go ahead and lie. There you go. Yeah, it's probably safer. It's probably safer. Yeah, that's why I tell her, don't ask me a question you don't want the answer to, because I promised you I wouldn't lie to you, so you need to avoid certain questions. And honestly, she looks good no matter what she wears, and that's what I tell her. She could wear a potato sack, and she'd still be smoking hot, so... But yeah. But yeah, that's kind of a trick question when they ask, does this make me look fat? Like, Oh my goodness. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about the yawning. I obviously need a nap. Not going. So there is a new Lego and Scimitar. Neither one have been here today, but there is a new. I think I missed 3 Mondays in a row, 3 Sunday nights in a row. So I think they started doing something else on those nights, so that's why they're not here. But yeah, I put a new. So we're building a house. For those of you who don't know, we're building a house here in the Philippines, and I do vlogging on the house build. And so I put up a new video last night. The floors are in. So we're 2 months in. We started December 1st. Yesterday was February 1st. Still February 1st for most of you guys. And, but yeah, yesterday was February 1st. So that's 2 months. And the floors are completely in. With the the columns. And now they're doing the upper beams. So yeah, so we're making fantastic progress. So. But yeah, I put one of those videos up last night out on my YouTube channel. Same name, Bondar JR. You search on YouTube for Bondar JR, you'll find them. So, Navy Vexor. Navy Vexor's an awesome ship. Awesome ship. Awesome ship. You're doing level 4s in a Navy Vexor? Excellent.
Docking permission requested.
I usually have to do 4s in a battleship.
Docking request accepted.
Or at least a battle cruiser. Yep, there it is. All live broadcasts are uploaded to YouTube account, and it's the same YouTube account that has the house build. So yeah, a lot different here in the Philippines than in America. They do things drastically different, which is awesome.
Thank you.
Which is awesome. So here more. Thanks for the follow. Rep rate 1100 per 9. That's good. That's awesome. Up more exotic dancers. More exotic dancers. Here more. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Only way.
Warp drive active.
Yeah. So yeah, check out those. Normally, Lego and Scimitar have already commented by the time I get up in the morning. And neither one of them had put a comment on there. I was like, what's going on? But yeah, this is the first Sunday night I've made in 4 weeks, I think. The last 3 weeks, the wife had something going on every Monday here in the Philippines, so I had to cancel the stream. So they probably got used to doing something else on Sunday nights. Can't blame them there. Poor Lego, he's got a pretty big streak going on. Hopefully he doesn't miss it. And I haven't checked since we went live, so maybe they did something since. Nope, still no comments. So they must not have seen it yet. Good old YouTube used to actually tell me. Good old YouTube used to tell me when people commented on my videos. It doesn't tell me anymore. I don't know why.
Warp drive active.
So now I got to go out and look at every video to see if anybody's commented that I haven't already replied to. Makes it difficult. Makes it difficult. Boom, boom. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I do get notified about other things. So yeah, I'll have to check. Maybe I changed one and not the others. I don't know.
Warp drive active.
It did used to notify me. I can look back a couple months ago and it notified me, but yeah, it's kind of weird.
Docking permission requested.
I need to chat GPT it so I can figure out how to fix it.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
$127,000. I have a video on my YouTube from 2022. I got a comment on just the other day. There you go.
Warp drive.
There you go. I do that every once in a while. Video is about to hit 7K views and YouTube added ads to it, even though my channel isn't monetized. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, my wife's always like, are you monetizing? I said, I don't want to be monetized. I want people to be able to enjoy it without the ads.
Warp drive active.
I wish my channel was that's the goal, yeah. Yeah, not for me. I know that's most people's goal, but not for me. I like that you can watch them without ads. We have so many that we watch that 10-minute video has 4 or 5 ads. 4 or 5 ad breaks, which is ridiculous. I'm like, come on. Passive income with videos, yep. Yeah, it's a nice income stream. Yeah.
Warp drive active.
I watch YouTube with on my Fire Stick. Yep, modified YouTube app, so no ads. Yeah, Lego. We were just talking about you, buddy. We were just talking about you. Just talking about you. Good to see ya.
Docking request accepted.
Good to see ya. I was worried about you. I know this is the first Monday I've done in 4 weeks and probably a month. So yeah, so I figured, okay, maybe he got something else he does on Sunday nights now. And I'm glad you kept your streak. So far, Becky has managed to get 2 more of those sites that dropped the billioness that Millie got. Excellent. Well, that's pretty good.
Warp drive active.
Hey, yeah, sorry, I was doing a Lego build, so wasn't at the PC, been just lurking XD stream on my phone. No worries, you're all good. You're all good. Appreciate you stopping by. But yeah, the reason I brought you up is I had put a house video out there, and it was released last night, and I was like, man, Lego hasn't even commented on it yet, and so smart bombing Macarel. Yeah. Actually, now that I forgot, Mock Ariel, right? Mock Ariel, I think is how it's pronounced. I don't know.
Warp drive active.
Always go back to my old pronunciations, which are completely wrong. Ads are getting ready to start. Sorry. Ads are getting ready to start. No reason to apologize, Lego. You're all good. Like I said, it's been 4 weeks since I did a Monday or Sunday night, so yeah, probably was a good bet. Oh, I've been getting no notification for Twitch, Discord, or anything. Must need to restart the phone. Ah, yeah. See, that sucks.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, because I posted it. No worries, you're all good. I posted it out there in Discord too, because that's what I thought. Last night I forgot to post it in Discord. And when I saw you hadn't commented, I'm like, oh, I must have forgot to post it. So I posted in Discord earlier this morning, like, I don't know, 5 a.m. or something. And then when I got up, you still hadn't commented. I'm like, oh, is he okay? So no worries, but I'm not going to ruin it for you.
Warp drive active.
Sticks. After Heart and Journey, man, we definitely, we're brothers from another mother. Those are three of my favorites. Excellent concerts, all three. All three. Ads are on, sorry.
Warp drive active.
Yep. I agree. I agree. Definitely.
Docking permission requested. Docking request
In
accepted.
control, beyond your control.
Warp drive active.
So what are you up to tonight? How was the weekend? Weekend was great. And I'm just running SoE missions, so
Warp drive active.
I think I got all the parts for the golem in the oven. Unfortunately, since they're new blueprints, I didn't set them to the right container. So I got to fly back to Venelin here eventually. And this is actually my Venelin prorator, so I got to fly back to Venelin and put him in the right container before I'll be able to build the golem. And so, but the Raven's done. I think 6 of the 8 parts are done, so I'm just waiting on the last 2. So yeah, so it's all good, all good. Good weekend. We actually got to the lot twice, Saturday and Sunday, so
Warp drive active.
Abigail's feeling better. So we finished up her antibiotic. Last night was her last dose, thank God. She hates it. Hates it. She tries to bite me every time I give it to her. My wife's always like, let me do it. I'm like, no. She's gonna bite somebody, let her bite me. It must be really bad. I haven't tasted it. I probably should taste it. Just, I used to do that with my kids. Any food that I gave my kids, I tasted first. Because I wanted them to, I wanted it to be. I don't do that with my dogs. So,
Warp
yeah.
drive active.
And I'm pretty sure I did it with my daughter, but when my son came along 5 years later, that idea went out the window, because some of that baby food was like, ugh, like, oh God, how could you eat this? Like the meats. Yeah, the meats were just, and my son loved it, and I'm like, ugh, how could you like that? Where I can't remember one of them. There was one that was really good, like peas or something. Applesauce was always really good, but yeah, and they didn't like those, even though they tasted good. So,
Warp drive active.
well, your meds though, yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want to take the meds too much. I got flies flying around in here. Sorry. So yeah, you're right, meds. But I figured I could at least just taste it, because oh, the way she acts, this has got to be some horrible stuff. This antibiotic, it's a different antibiotic than they gave her the last time, where it was a different vet. So that's probably why. But the other one wasn't as bad. But yeah, she fights me taking it, and then it also makes her so nauseous, which is really bad. So we always got to watch her like a hawk after we give it to her to make sure she doesn't throw it back up again. Because that's happened multiple times. Poor kid. But yeah, she finished it last night. So now we're going to start the immunology one so we can at least get her immune system up. Hey, Doc, can I try my dog's meds? Want to make sure it tastes okay for her. Yeah. 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 Well, it was weird. Benedict was always good for taking pills. I never had any problem with Benedict taking pills, but Abigail, trying to get her to take pills is, and so they gave us pills as well, which was the other one. So I was like, but yeah, this liquid is like worse than the pills. And I'm like, Abigail, she doesn't want to cooperate with anything. Like, I want to feel better, but I don't want to cooperate to make it happen. Can't you just snap your fingers and make me feel better? Yeah, so. But yeah, poor kid. But yeah, this is her second parasitic blood infection
Warp drive active.
that she's had since we moved here. So yeah, we gotta get her immune system boosted. So they were I had two when we were in America, but one passed right before we moved here to the Philippines. But they were both long-haired dachshunds. So we only have one now. Abigail's the only one that made the trip. So Benedict passed away right before we left America, and so we left in April. He passed away end of February, and so. But yeah.
Warp drive.
So that was a big hit. Big hit. He was a fantastic... Yeah, they are sweet dogs. They are sweet dogs. Stubborn as mules, but very loving. That was Abigail this morning. She wanted to cuddle with us because we got the air conditioner set at 22 Celsius, whatever that is. And she was cold, so she wanted to cuddle with us, which is always cool. She generates a lot of heat, so it's always good to have her cuddle with you.
Warp drive active.
Tell us about your Starlink experience. Yeah. Well, now that you guys actually got me on residential, it's pretty freaking fantastic. But prior to that, it was pretty crappy. 8 months. You had me on roaming. I don't think you want to hear about that. In fact, you did hear about that. I told you several times you didn't want to hear it. Told me to quit opening tickets. Because it was working so crappy. Stop opening tickets. Working as expected. No, it's not. It's working as we expect it. May not be working as you expect. All things considered, Starlink is much better than all the other Philippine internet providers. we had what they call DSL here before, and they would literally, I'd actually have to have my brother-in-law call them because they didn't speak English, but we would have to call them and say, hey, the internet's out, and they would go, oh, let's check. Oh, yeah, you're right. It looks like it's shut off. Sorry, we'll turn it back on. Like, really? When I was a teen, a family friend of ours had a dachshund. We would take him over to visit the dachshund that the lady owned that she took care of. Was a lady that was famous for getting burnt at McDonald's. Yeah. Getting burnt at McDonald's. You mean with the coffee or the other one? I told the wife, no dogs in bed. I never let our kids in our bed either. That's good. That's a good rule. Yeah, that would never fly here. Oh. Oh. I'll let some blood flow back to the rear end. Sorry. Yeah, the wife especially was like, oh no. I mean, the dog's got more of the bed. She's the smallest member of the family, but she's got more of the bed than the rest of us. It's ridiculous. She's got this whole pillow fort thing that she sleeps on. Yeah, the coffee. Stella Liebrink. Yeah, I used her internet to download music on Napster. There you go. The good old days of Napster. The real Napster.
Warp drive active.
Napster. God, that's a blast from the past. That's a blast from the past. Boom, boom. Yeah, the movie Italian Job. It's one of my favorites. And it's got in there, the guy said that he's the one that really did Napster, but his roommate stole it from him. So he called himself the real Napster. The real Napster.
Warp drive active.
Gotta figure out who we're gonna raid. Oh, we still got another 40 minutes. I don't even know who's out there. The pickings were a little slim.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
A Narcos is still out there. It's Goonies out there. Probably, or XD's out there. Lego said he was watching XD. 38 special. There you go. I'd vote for 911 Lady Death. I didn't see her out there. I do take requests. Nope, I see her. I see her. Yep. We'll see if we get any other votes, but yeah, so far she's at the top. She's at the top. She's at the top. We really haven't done bad tonight for LP, to be perfectly honest. 128. I don't remember. I didn't check where we started, but I think we got over. We probably got 25K tonight. And we did our dailies in the beginning, so yeah, so. I think this is her first stream in a month or two. Oh, there you go. So definitely, welcome her back. Welcome her back. Welcome her back. Yep, 38 special. Ultimate suit. Another one of my favorites. I got a lot of favorites.
Active.
My wife, the concept here in the Philippines is everybody is your best friend. And so she would always say, "Oh, this is my best friend." And then she'd tell me, this is my best friend. And this is my best friend. And I'm like, hold on a second. Best, the definition of best is one above all others. So I said, you can't have, 3 best friends. She said, oh, I got like 17 best friends. So yeah. So kind of same here with my my favorites. I got 17 favorites. 17 favorite music groups. Wanted to see them, but haven't. Only one I lost my mind missing was Jethro Tull. See, I never was a Jethro Tull fan. I don't know why. I don't know why. I went and saw Bon Jovi 3 times in concert, and all 3 times they sucked. I remember my brother, one of my younger brothers, told me, he's like, yeah, they're a studio band. And I'm like, what the hell's that mean? He's like, they only sound good in the studio. And he said, you got, when you go and see them, it's them, and, they're doing all the stuff, and it's all the same words, but they don't sound the same. And so, yeah. Each time I kind of wanted to prove him wrong. So I went the second time, still sounded like crap. Went the third time, still sounded like, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm not giving you guys any more money. If that's what it's going to be, I'll buy your CDs. Some of the times the venue makes a difference too. Yep. And that's true too. And that's one of the reasons I tried different places to see. Like, okay, maybe it was just one time I was like right in front of the speaker. So I'm like, I don't care who you are. At 10 decibels, it's going to sound crappy. All right. And I couldn't hear for a week. I was like, and I think I went with my brother on that one. And I was like, the one that said they were a studio band, he kept going, but he's like, yeah, they're a studio band. And I'm like, why are you going? Because they're cool to watch. I'm like, okay. But yeah, it was funny because we were right in front of the speaker. I'm like, are you out of your mind? Why would you pick these seats? Yeah. And a bad sound engineer can kill a con. Yep, that's true too. That's true too. But yeah, good old days when concerts were a big deal. Nowadays, nobody wants to go to concerts anymore. Foghat and Motorhead were loud but fun, yeah. Yeah, everyone I've been to has been loud, but standing right in front of the speaker is asking for it, And that's why I think I went to the third one, because I was like, yeah, the second one was in front of the speaker, so I'm like, I really can't count that one as giving them an honest shake, Because I was right in front of the speaker. It wouldn't have mattered who was doing it. It would have sounded crappy. Went and saw Sabaton open for Judas Priest in 2021. Went for Sabaton, left because Judas Priest played so loud. It was like they were making sure their geriatric fans could hear. Ozzy Osbourne tickets. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne, yeah. Ozzy Osbourne. That was another. I never saw him in concert, but yeah, he was a big controversy guy. He was like to stir it up, biting off bad heads. Like, oh man, animal rights people had a field day with him. Like, it's a bat. Doesn't matter. It's an animal. Doesn't matter. It's an animal. But I found out that's normal for headliners to be louder than the previous bands usually in the Yep. Yeah, the headliners, they kind of get their taste of the concert and try to, build up a following for themselves and that kind of stuff. So then, yeah, the headliners always, and everyone I went to, the headliners were always much louder. But yeah, good old days. I haven't been to a concert. Oh, God, it's got to be 15 years. At least 10 years. I tried to actually take the wife once, and she's horribly claustrophobic. which is completely weird because she doesn't want to live out in the middle of nowhere. She wants to live near a lot of people, and so yeah. Sabaton is a Swedish power metal band. Most of their songs are about historical battles. Should check them out. I will check them out. I had never heard of them. I'll check them out. I'll write that down. Sabaton. Yeah, I will check them out. Jukebox Here, Foreigner. This is one I saw Foreigner in concert several times. Excellent group.
Active.
Oh. Worse, friend convinced me to go see Pet Shop Boys. Oh yeah, friend said they would be lots of singles looking for hookups. He was right. All guys though, not fun. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is yeah, they were kind of a alternative, but yeah,
Docking
yeah,
request accepted.
yeah. I bet you there were. Yeah. Not quite what I was thinking, but thanks for you were correct. They say about prison, you know. You get to read a book every day. You get to read a book every day. Read a book a day and more sex than you'd ever want. But you got to go to prison, and so yeah. Not quite what I was looking for, but thanks for the suggestion. Sounds like a real sausage fest, yep. But yeah, Foreigner was good. And actually I went Journey opened once for Foreigner and then vice versa. And then REO opened once for Foreigner and vice versa. REO Speedwagon. And those were excellent concerts. Excellent concerts.
Warp drive active.
But yeah, the good old days. Like I said, I tried to take my wife to one at, I don't even know what it's called now. I think it was called Merriweather Amphitheater there in Kansas. And even then, we were sitting on the grass. So it wasn't really, packed. And she still was like, yeah, I got to get out of here. I'm freaking out. I'm like, okay. I don't even remember who we saw, to be perfectly honest. It probably would have been Journey or Foreigner, to be honest, because that's about all I saw later in life. REO, yep. But yeah. But she was like, nope, concert's not for me. I'm like, okay, no problem. But yeah, I took her to this log cabin. One of our first anniversaries. I took her to this log cabin on a lake with a jacuzzi. No neighbors for like 20 miles. And she was freaking out the whole time. She couldn't sleep. She was like, no, this is too desolate. I can't deal. I need people around so that I know everything's okay. And I'm like, what? My brother back in August, September took me to see Amon Amarth, another Swedish band, and Pantera. Yeah, Pantera I heard was pretty good. I never heard of Amarth. Only one member of Pantera. The singer is from the OG lineup. Yep. Yeah, I've heard of Pantera.
Warp drive active.
I tried to get her to go to Sprint Center there in Kansas City and to see a concert, and yeah, she wouldn't do it as well. And I can't blame her there. The seats we could afford were up on, and the balcony seats, I guess they call them balcony seats, they're the cheap seats. They are, very narrow and very close to the edge, and so yeah, it was kind of weird. I don't have problems with heights, but I was a little freaked out by it. The one time we went there for something else. Amon Amarth is a Viking metal type of melodic death metal. There you go. Melodic death metal.
Warp drive active.
3 words that should probably never go together. Melodic death metal. That's cool. I'll have to check them out. Amon Amarth. Let me write that one down too.
Docking permission requested.
Yeah, check them out. Check them out.
Docking request.
I doubt you would like them. You'd be surprised. I listen to all kinds of stuff. Come on, I listen to Barry Manilow. I mean, honestly, the Barry Manilow thing comes more from my dad, though. But when him and my mom went through the divorce, and I ended up eventually living with him again, he was going through the Barry Manilow phase, and yeah, I think I listen to Barry mostly because it reminds me of him. So they did a song with Saxon, though, if you remember that. Yeah, I remember Saxon. Oh yeah. And they weren't bad. Not my normal mainstream, but yeah, they weren't bad. But yeah, I remember when he listened to Barry over and over and over again. I was like, God, would you please turn this off? And now I have Barry in my playlist. Because he writes the songs to make the whole world sing. But yeah, it reminds me of my dad. Like Cats in the Cradle. Every time I hear Cats in the Cradle, I'll start crying. Just ridiculous. The other one is the Adam Sandler movie Click. Every time I watch Click, I have seen Click probably 10 times, maybe more. Every time I watch Click, at the end where he has the realization that, oh, I wasted my life with this clicker, I bawl. Just bawl. Like, come on, you sap. How many times have you seen this movie? And every time, like, come on. And my wife is like, God, you're so sad. Of course, I cry during Law and Order sometimes. I actually cry more. I cry more during Blue Bloods. Blue Bloods, I can't get over the. That's some blood flow to my rear end. Blue Bloods, I can't get over the family dinners. The family dinners really choke me up because that's what my family did. You know, not when we were adults, but when we were younger. We had the family dinner where we all sat around and fought and argued. And so, yeah, so it always chokes me up. But yeah, Click. Every single time I bawl. And she's like, God, you're just so sad. You've seen this movie how many times? My wife's one of those where she doesn't want to see a movie a second time. Once she's seen it once, that's good enough. I don't want to watch it again. And I'm like, really? I mean, some movies I've seen 20 and 30 times. And I'm like, yeah. Shawshank Redemption is probably my #1 movie. And I've seen that one probably at least 30 times. And yeah, that's a classic. Good song. Good song. But yeah, Click was sad. But yeah, it was sad that I'd cry over and over every single time. But Adam Sandler's just so damn funny. My #1 is Groundhog Day. I love Groundhog Day too. Yeah. Because Bill Murray is just so awesome in that. Just so awesome in that. Yeah, just so awesome in that. I still haven't seen another one. My second probably is Happy Gilmore. But yeah. But I haven't seen Happy Gilmore 2 yet. I still want to see it. I haven't seen it yet. I keep forgetting about it. I really need to look it up and go ahead and check it out.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
#2 is Truman. See, I never actually saw Truman Show. I never actually saw it. It was weird because it seems like something I would like, but for some reason I've never seen it. I'm gonna have to check it out. Rob Schneider's in, he's in the first one. I don't know if he made the second one, but he's in every one of Adam Sandler's movies. So I think he was in it, but easy to say without seeing it. Clips 9000. Yeah, no, I've never seen Truman Show. I'm going to have to check that one out. I don't know why. Because I've been told that's a classic too, but I've never. My wife she does not like Jim Carrey at all. At all. And it cracks me up because I'm like, oh my God, he is so damn funny. But I always like him in all the stupid funny, so. Also in my top 5 are Back to the Future. Yep, Back to the Future. Star Trek, The Voyage Home with the Whales. I like that one. First Contact was good. The Wrath of Khan is my top Star Trek. It's always got to be Wrath of Khan. With my last breath, I spit at thee. Yeah, it's got to be Wrath of Khan. But yeah, Voyage Home is one of my favorites. Because I love the play with the time travel. The hell I am. You're really not getting the hang of this swearing thing. You really need to stop. You mean I would have to die to have a conversation with you about death? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I don't believe you're qualified to have that conversation, Doctor. Yeah, classic. Classic Spock. Double dumbass on you. Yeah, double dumbass on you. But yeah. Those are, oh God, it was just so good because of those plays. You know, the whole time travel thing and no concept of we found the nuclear vessels. And it's the Enterprise. Where are the nuclear vessels? The nuclear vessels. The cops just looking at him like, I'm not big on the original series. Yeah, I'm not big on the original series either, but you're right. The movies were classic. The movies were classic. I love every one of the movies. Even The Undiscovered Country, which was probably the worst of the movies, was still. That was my favorite of Trek. Khan 2. Yeah, The Voyage Home. Yeah, like I said, Khan is always going to be number 1 for me. Because Ricardo Montalban, hands down. Him and Kirk on the same screen, any day. Any day. But yeah, Firefly is a good one. And they're making a Firefly, another series of Firefly, or I've been told. It's 5 that was bad. The one William Shatner did. Oh, the crossover? Yeah, the crossover with Picard. Yeah, that one wasn't very good. The Final Frontier. Yeah, what does God... Oh, that one. Yeah. What does God need with a starship? Yeah. Hope it's different producers. Yeah, I don't know. I heard they were doing it, and they said it was a done deal, but I haven't gotten any details, so... Oh, yeah, that was Generations. Yeah, the one... Yeah. The one where they... Yeah, what does God need with a starship? Right. Yeah. No, that one was bad. That was really bad. That was really bad on so many levels. Messed up the Firefly release schedule. I pray they make another series. Yeah, it's supposedly by playing it out of order. Yeah, that was the other one. They did screw it up. But yeah, I've been told it's a done deal. But like I said, I don't have anything concrete on that. But I don't know when. Supposedly sometime this year is what I was told. But I was super excited about that. I actually really like Nathan Fillion. I watch him in that Rookie, and he's really good. He's really good. Alec Baldwin both play Eve too. Oh, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Small World. That's pretty good. I haven't seen anything on that, and I'm deep in the woods on keeping up with that stuff. Yeah, it was. Honestly, I don't remember what I saw it. I think on Prime. Firefly.
Docking permission requested.
As of early 2026, there's no official announcement for Firefly Season 2, despite persistent rumors of revivals or reboots on Disney Plus
Docking request
and potential
accepted.
interest in a continuation from actors like Nathan Fillion. The show remains a single-season cult classic continued by the movie Serenity. Yeah, so maybe it was false stuff. But it says, yeah, Firefly 2 Season 2 returns to Disney, says 6 months ago. Firefly Season 2 rockets onto Disney Plus. But it says it was supposed to be out in fall of 2025, which didn't happen. Yeah, so maybe not. I could have swore I saw it on Prime as advertised. Alright, complete. Alright, where are we at? We're pretty close. Let me go and dock up. Disney owns Fox now, so it would be there. Makes sense. Yep. Jay and Book were my favorites. Yeah, there you, Jay, and yeah. One day you're gonna have to tell me how a shepherd knows how much about crime. Exactly. Yeah.
Warp drive active.
Oh yeah, classics. Classics. I need to see, now that I did that search, let me do Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore 2. See where it's available. I'll search for it on Prime. I'm sure they'll let me rent it. They always let me rent it.
Warp drive.
You never watched it or Serenity? Oh my goodness, because I found out about it after cancellation. Yeah. Happy Gilmore 2 is on Netflix? Okay. Yeah, I don't have Netflix at the moment, but the wife's been talking about some things on Netflix, so we'll probably get Netflix here. When one of our other services, we'll cancel it and then pick it up. We're on a kind of a budget, so I can get the streaming services, so I just got to pay for them. And so we have a Fire Stick. We have like half a dozen Fire Sticks. In fact, I just got contacted by Amazon that my Fire Sticks are available for free upgrades, which I'm like, are you going to ship them to me here? So yeah. But yeah, so off the Fire Stick, I get the streaming services. I have to use a VPN to get them, but yeah. Man, I love Firefly and Serenity. Watch the season at least 2 or 3 times. Yep. Sandler was an exclusive deal with Netflix. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Warp drive active.
Which is why when I saw the Gila, instantly my favorite ship, before I knew how amazing of a ship it actually... Yep. Yep, we were just talking about that earlier. But yeah. Yeah, that was classic. I didn't catch it till way late. After it was already canceled is when I caught it. And I was like, damn, why did they not continue with this? But yeah. I name all my Gillas Serenity. There you go. There you go. There you go. Dudley, thanks for being here, by the way. Appreciate you. I'm getting ready to raid out. We're looking at raiding 911 Lady Death. Let's see who I think we're gonna go with. She's back after a month of being away, so we're gonna try and give her some love. So my oldest kid's name is Serenity. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Don Rico, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate you. No, you guys are always welcome. I will be back tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're going to do something different. I think we might do RimWorld. But you guys are welcome to join us. I name all the pawns after people in the stream. So yeah, so we named her after Sailor Moon though. That still works. But yeah, we're gonna probably do RimWorld tomorrow. I've had a couple requests for RimWorld, and we haven't done RimWorld in a long time. So yeah, so I think we'll do RimWorld tomorrow. I know Steve's Haven will be streaming Eve Online tomorrow, so I always hate competing with him. So I think he does 3 hours, and we overlap. I think 2 of those hours. So yeah, so 2 of my 4 hours. So yeah, I always try to not compete with him. So. But yeah, I'm gonna dock up here, and then we'll go ahead and raid 911 Lady Death. Guys, make sure you give her lots of love. Thanks for watching. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will be back like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, as of now, we'll probably do RimWorld. That might change. I may change my mind depending on what kind of mood I'm in the morning. Maybe we'll do Eve again. I definitely need to log in at least to get my dailies done. So, but no, appreciate you guys. Ultimitsu, Don Rico, the dude Vince, Studley. Appreciate you guys. Al Monksy, Lego Maniacs, all the rest of my regulars out there. Appreciate you guys. There's Al Monksy. But yeah, we will see you tomorrow. I think we're gonna start a new RimWorld. So yeah, so it'll be a good one. So raid 911 Lady Death. There we go. Got the raid set up. Cool beans. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Lego Maniacs, there you are, buddy. Appreciate you. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I think we'll do some RimWorld tomorrow. So we haven't done that in a while. So looks like I'm going to get a full week this week. So that should work out pretty good. So, but yeah, appreciate you guys. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks again. And have a great night, day, whatever it is for you guys. See you tomorrow. Thanks.